And welcome everyone to the inaugural reaction. It's 8 p.m. I want to thank everybody tuning in. I want to thank everybody who liked, comment, subscribed, and everybody who's been a subscriber of this Tony Vision since day one. We haven't been here since November 5th, since Trump won the presidency. To my right, once again, it's Rick. Rick, say hello.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
And to my left here is Brandoe. Brandoe, how you doing?
I'm good. Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Thanks,
well,
Tony.
yes, last time we were here, it was 2024, November 5th, and we were all happy and jazzed because we all voted for Trump. I can't answer that for Norbert, even though he's lying. He said he didn't vote for Trump, but I believe he did. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to hold to that. I didn't vote for him.
Don't lie. I said that he went to go vote wearing biker shorts and on his 10 speed, wearing Crocs with no socks. He's a straight savage. Okay?
Savage.
We were able to see his nipples pierced through his tank top.
Hey, that's how rumors get started.
The rumors are already out, pal.
That was a rumor?
Yeah. No, so we're just joking. We love Norbert. But you know what? We want to just thank everybody. And first and foremost, before we jump into tonight's edition of the inaugural speech, so where we give our reaction to it, I want to first and foremost bring up Happy Martin Luther King Day. Today is Martin Luther King Day. We don't want to go on without at least recognizing him. Rick, anything you want to say about Martin Luther King?
No. Happy MLK Day, everyone.
Everyone?
Happy MLK Day.
All good. So, you know what? With that being said, first and foremost, I want to promote something very quickly. There's going to be a show coming up in Bakersfield, and I can't go on without announcing this. And I want to give a big shout out once again to Forever Genesis, because she's dropping her album on Valentine's Day, and she's going to be performing her first for the first time, 2025, February 15th, the day after her release. So you'll be able to get a pre-order. She'll be dropping a little bit more information if you guys follow her. Or eventually I'll be posting it as well, promoting her album. The reason why I'm promoting her album, number one, I think she's a great artist, great producer. She writes all her own lyrics, and I produced a song on that album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, and a lot of greats. Wait till you guys read the credits on who took place, you know.
Who featured?
No features.
Okay.
No features, but who mixed the album, produced the album, co-produced. Like it's a plethora of talent.
Nice.
But
Congrats, Genesis.
Yeah, so February 15th, she'll be performing in Bakersfield at the historical Bakersfield Fox Theater. You guys can buy your tickets at mcmagicconcerts.com. Once again, mcmagicconcerts.com. I'll be posting that up tomorrow on my page and on my community and on my Facebook. So if you guys want to buy tickets, I'm going to tell you guys right now, okay? There's only a few tickets left, okay? I believe the capacity, I'm not sure if it's 1,800. I'm not sure, but they're pretty much close to being sold out. It's a MC Magic concert, Baby Bash, Little Rob, also featuring Forever Genesis, Bakersfield's very own. Much love and respect to her. Once again, more to come. So let's go to our next one. But you know what I want to do first? I want to give a shout out to Dave, Street Gospel Podcast.
Okay.
They had me on over the weekend. I announced that last night on Freaky Tales. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch Freaky Tales, definitely check that out. And what happened was, he had me on his podcast. We had a great conversation. I believe it'll be out tomorrow. But after his podcast, he actually blessed me with a gift. So I just want to give him a shout out and show it to you guys. I think this is pretty cool. It's a rare, unique gift. And it is a bat with
Wire.
A real one, too, by the way.
Wire.
Brother,
a real bat
what's that, brother?
with barbed wire. You know what it reminded me of? And he told me that's pretty much what it was, as a replica of the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Negan.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It reminds me of Naughty by Nature. They on the cover they have that.
Yeah.
I think
The bat.
it's legit barbed wire.
Yeah,
That shit's scary.
be very careful, because this thing will cut the hell out of you. And you know what? This thing right here, like,
I'm going to hold it.
yeah,
I like it.
absolutely. It's dope. It's dope. But I just want to give a shout out. Tomorrow, that podcast should be dropping from what he told me. I'll be posting it, and hopefully you guys can watch it. Once again, Street Gospel Podcast. Thank you, Dave. So let us move on. Let me put this to the side. And let's go ahead and bring up the man of the hour, Norbies. Once again, I already got a negative comment. Somebody said, Tony, you are a sellout.
No.
You know what? No,
Did you know that?
no, it's true. It's true because every time we perform, we sell out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So thank you, my bro, for recognizing. You know, before we get started on this, I do want to say this, that as men, I believe that we can come together and have a good discussion about our vote and what we're expecting. But I want to lay this down first, okay? That, because somebody asked me this question, and I want to say this. I voted for Trump on 3 reasons. And if you guys don't know, you guys go ahead and watch the November 5th episode. If he doesn't keep his word, okay, I will be the first one to go public and say, look, bro, you said this, you said this, you said that. Okay.
And call him out.
Yeah, and call him out.
Yeah.
Okay. As we should.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but I do want people to call in later when we open up the phone lines and just let us know why you voted for Trump, if you did, and you know, what are some of the things that he started implementing today that maybe you'd agree with or disagreed with. You know, I don't mind if you call in and you didn't vote for him. At least let us know why you didn't vote for him, because last time we didn't get no calls.
No.
On
Not on the negative.
Not on the negative, but I would love to be able to have dialogue with somebody on why they feel a certain way.
Right.
I mean, my thing, I would definitely like to ask a person, how was Trump going to make your life worse? If he really wanted to destroy America, he would have done it in the first 4 years.
Right. He already had his first run. I mean,
So yeah. So anyways, if you guys disagree, no problem. So
yeah, we can have an intellectual volley about it.
Exactly. And if you can't, then you're just a child, you know. So I want men to call in or women. Other than that, before we get started, Rick, did you watch the inauguration speech?
I did.
Okay. Brandoe, did you
Yes.
watch it?
Yes, I did.
Let's start from right to left. Rick, what was one thing maybe that stood out to you that you liked what he said? And if there was some things that you didn't like, maybe you could bring those up as well.
I mean, for the most part, I enjoyed the speech. It was very, I guess you could say, American. You know what I mean? There was a lot of American spirit to it. It made me proud to be an American, which
Me too.
I never haven't been, but it just, I don't know, it lit that American spirit in me, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Some things, I mean, there's, from his speech, no key takeaway for myself as far as, you know, obviously, you know, border security, you know, he talked about undoing a lot of one thing that actually clicked in my head right now. He's going to make it standard issue, basically.
Yeah.
That there's only 2 genders.
That was
Yeah,
big
he
for
did
me.
Say that. Yeah,
was
that
huge
stood
for
out
me.
to me. That stood out to me.
You know, I posted this flyer up on my Facebook, and I got a lot of inboxes where people were blasting me. I don't mind, honestly. I really don't mind. I have thick skin, bro. You guys can tell me F you, get out of here, sell out, you're a disgrace, or whatever. I'm okay with that, bro. But you know what? If you're going to have the balls, at least make the calls. At least call us and at least tell us why you disagree. You know, I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like this. Bro, you know what? I want gas prices. I want food prices to go down, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? I want our borders secured. You know, and I'm sorry. You know what? I hate going into a restroom to say all genders. There's only 2.
Right.
You know, I'm glad that men aren't going to be able to get pregnant anymore.
That was a crazy phenomenon, actually. It happened.
Yeah, they're called,
Solid like 4 years.
like, you know, they would ask some of these people, can men have babies? Yes. From where? They're called rear babies.
And you know what?
Rear
they
babies? Is
They
that
can
real?
also menstruate.
Ew.
Yeah.
Rear babies.
And then tampons and the boys. I mean,
Tampon Tim.
this whole thing would have went crazy, bro, if Kamala would have won, bro. If you wouldn't have recognized
Our
America
country, yeah.
within 2 years.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful that we're getting on the right track. But you had said the 2 genders, male and female. So no more of this non-binary. What was the other one? Gender fluid, which I don't even know what the hell that
So
was.
many, I can't even keep
apparently
up.
There's unlimited amount.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
There was like 400 and some odd genders.
Now, if you
That's-
want to be a flying squirrel duck, be that.
Right,
Hey.
But I don't have to believe it for you.
right. Well,
or
remember,
force that on our children. That's my main concern.
Right.
Yeah.
you can ask a woman, especially one from the left, what is a woman, and they don't know.
Right.
But those same people wanted the first woman president.
Right. Yeah.
Well, what is that?
It's
Yeah, what is that? Okay. The celebrities and the CEOs who attended Donald Trump inauguration. Now, some of these people I know, some of these people I don't know, but I will say this. I'll try to read it. Also spotted in the crowd were Apple CEO Tim Cook and TikTok CEO, I don't know how to say his name, Shu Zing Chu. Okay. And then Joe Rogan was there. Okay. Theo Vaughn and Wayne Gretzky. And then those two brothers, the Jake Paul and the other Paul, what's his name? The two boxers, those
Jake and Logan Paul.
Jake and Logan Paul and McGregor.
McGregor was there, huh?
Yeah, McGregor was there. They were there.
Mystic Mac.
You know, and one thing that Trump has done, he has surrounded himself pretty much with the whole social media world behind him. You know, he's got Joe Rogan, the #1 podcast in the world. He's got the TikTok CEO in there. He had Elon Musk there.
Yep.
You know,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes, like.
And they're going to get rid of fact checking on Facebook.
Yes.
And just the censorship and gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I want to point out that
Go for it.
Someone pointed out in the chat, back pay for all the military that
Yeah.
received the jab. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, explain that for us, please.
So what happened? It was obviously during COVID. In the military, they said either you get the jab or get out. And a lot of people, I don't have a number, I don't know the number, but a lot of people refused it and were booted from the military. No pay, no job to fall back on. That's it. I don't even know what kind of discharge it was, if I'm being honest, but they were booted. Trump said anyone that was booted from the military for not getting the vaccine will be reinstated with back pay for the whole time that they were gone. So probably
That's a
3
lot.
years?
Yeah.
3 years of pay?
It's a lot.
So if you didn't get the
clot shot.
you were pretty much booted.
Yeah, they kicked you out of the military.
That's crazy, bro.
I hope they extend that to the firefighters too that didn't take it and also got fired.
No pun intended.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
There
what
you go.
stood out to me at the inauguration
Go ahead.
on this morning?
Talk to us.
So he has Joe Biden and Kamala Harris sitting right behind him, and he just starts shredding their policies.
Yeah.
So he starts talking about the
Let's get some angles,
weaponization of the DOJ, right? Which was their doing, and they're just they're sitting there like, what can they do?
that.
Kamala looked miserable the whole time. Joe is making me laugh because he's smiling like
That's it. Yeah, he doesn't know what's happening.
He doesn't know. He's oblivious. And then when Carrie Underwood started singing, this big old grin comes on his face. I think he was checking out her back end, to be quite honest with you. So
She did great, by the way.
So Trump, because the music wasn't working, and then she just went a cappella and started singing.
Well,
She
when you can
improvised.
sing, you can do that.
Right, exactly. So he tears into the weaponization of the DOJ, and then starts commenting on the border invasion and how all these things, and it's their policies, and he's tearing into it, and then he tore into the crisis, the disasters, the people in North Carolina and the fires that are happening in California, just obliterated them without addressing them directly, but they're sitting right behind him, and that stood out to me. I thought that was great.
Yeah, you know what? Before I read one of these quotes, because I put up the page that is bringing up Donald Trump's like key quotes from his inauguration speech. Let me just read one. It said, "A tide of change is sweeping the country. Sunlight is pouring over the entire world, and America has the chance to seize this opportunity like never before." Okay. I truly, truly enjoyed this speech, and I'm going to say this. I don't think I've ever said it before. Whether people like to hear it or not, today I truly felt proud to be an American, bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
I've never felt that way before, to be honest with you. Look, I didn't vote for Obama twice. I didn't vote for Biden. But I also want to say this. 8 years ago, when Trump ran, I was against Trump. I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't like Trump, but I'm going to tell you, I did my own research and I stopped believing what the media was saying about him. Now, being in the music industry, you have to understand that before he ran for president, all of these rappers were jocking Trump. Mm-hmm. All of them.
Everyone.
Okay?
He helped Kevin in Home Alone.
Yes, exactly.
Come on, bro.
And then I started to think, okay, why are all these people now saying that he is a racist?
Right.
So I started looking into it my damn self, and I said, you know what? We got to give this guy a chance, because we were over here thinking that he was a racist because of what they were feeding us. The media was shows like The View that should be canceled. Okay. Then when he ran again, I voted for him and he lost, which we know that was rigged.
Absolutely.
Okay. I did vote for him. And a lot of people started changing their mind about him. You know, and today we won't get into it just yet, but there were some celebrities that did perform at these inaugurations, at these parties or these balls that were about the inauguration. You know, we'll get into that in a few. But there was a lot of rappers that came out and supported Trump. You know, and my whole thing was this: you have to do your own research, okay? But I'm going to say this throughout the show: if we start to see that maybe things are starting to shift and what we voted for is not coming to pass, I would be the first one to come out and say, hey, bro.
Me too.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
You know, the silver lining in the gray cloud as far as like the election being rigged and Biden getting away with it
Yeah.
is sometimes you can't tell people the truth. You have to show them. And I think it took watching that administration do what they did, implement the policies that they implemented, and people had to feel it in their wallet.
Yeah.
And once they started feeling it in their wallet, they're like, oh, shoot, this is real. Because it's one thing to say, man, if they win, this is going to happen. This is going to happen.
Right.
This is going to happen. And if you're on the other side of the fence, you're going to say, those are just talking points. No, you're just saying that because you like Trump. Okay, well, see for yourself. And they had 4 years to see for themselves. And I think that's when people finally started to realize, oh, shoot, like there needs to be a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful what you look at, too, because people were feeling it in their wallets. But, you know, when you look at the media is pointing out that wages have gone up. People are making more. And it's true. Wages did go up. But it doesn't help when everything else follows.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
When how much were groceries? How much was that
My
juice?
orange juice are over $8 now.
You know what I mean?
And
Eggs
it's
are
not
what?
even
It's like, yeah,
Tropicana.
dude, I got a 75-cent raise, but orange juice is $8.
And
Right.
it was just a change over $3.
Right.
Okay. So
That was a big thing too, by the way, for me during the speech. Is he wants to lower the cost of energy, and lowering the cost of energy is what's going to bring prices down for everyone.
Right. That's where
And it's
it
not
all
gonna be.
stemmed
Don't
from.
assume it's going to be back to like 2018, 2019 prices. The economy, because of the petrodollar, all that doesn't work that way. But prices will go down once the cost of energy lowers. So that's how it's going to happen. In case you're wondering.
right. Okay. So another key point that he said, well, a quote, I should say, there are only two genders. You already covered that, male and female. I'm so glad he said that, honestly. Okay. Because, you know, let's be honest, Biden had trans at the White House. And remember that one trans was showing off his titties? No. You don't remember that? You remember that, Norbert,
I
right?
remember that, yeah.
Okay.
There was a couple of them, actually.
Yeah, and then he was saying these are brave men.
Oh, okay, Biden. Okay, I missed that
Biden,
part.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, and I'm like, wait.
Drag.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So and then another one that he said, that from this moment on, America's decline is over. And I'm so glad for that, bro. America's decline is over. So whatever, if you come up with anything, any quotes that he came up during his speech, let me know. I'm going to continue to read some of these. And he said, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. Now, let me start right there before I finish this quote. When he was debating Kamala, he said, the other world leaders, they don't take her or Biden serious. They don't respect her, and they don't respect America.
He also
Right.
said that Biden himself doesn't even like Kamala.
Yeah, true. Okay. So he said, once again, our country will flourish and be respected again all over the world. We will be the envy of every nation, and we have been for years. Okay. And we will not allow ourselves to be taken advantage of any longer. And it's true. Now, Norbert, I don't know if you have that list, because right now I want to bring it up, of those people that said that they would leave if
Yeah.
Trump became president again. This is the second time those rat bastards have said that. Okay, that they would leave if he got elected. Okay, Ellen DeGenerate, degenerate, went to United Kingdom or wherever she went. Her house got flooded, and now her manly looking ass, she is spotted back in L.A.
That was the manliest I've ever
Really?
seen. You saw that photo?
Yes. Now she's spotted back over here. What are you doing here? You know, you said you were going to leave. Get out of here.
Jeez.
A lot of people said they were going to leave and they ain't going nowhere.
De Niro, well, I'll wait for him to pull up the list. But
Yeah,
De Niro was one of them.
Yeah, and some of them have changed their mind. And it's okay. It's okay if you change your mind. Go ahead, and I'll explain what I mean by it's okay. Whenever you're ready, bro.
Second.
Okay, you're supposed to be ready quicker than that. You should be quick at the draw, bro.
I always take my time with the draw. All right, we're good.
Let's go.
20 stars who pledged to flee the country if Trump was elected. Where are they now? And this was from the 2016.
Okay.
Here we go. First one on the list, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg, her fat Jabba the Hutt looking ass is still here. Okay, she's still here. Okay, you talk all that shit. Okay, now, don't mistake my passion for anger. I just don't like people that talk crap and get away with it because they think they're celebrities, bro.
Right. You gotta hold them accountable.
We need to hold them accountable. Stop idolizing, these people. I mean, what was her last hit? Ghost?
Ouch.
Or
No,
Sister Act? Was it Sister Act?
Yeah, Sister Act.
Yeah,
Sister Act.
back in the 90s. What, 35 years ago?
Dude, I love that movie. Just saying, personally.
You're not helping the cause, Rick.
Well, that's Discord. We can.
I mean, Color Purple put her on the map.
Ah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
then, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, what have you done for us lately?
back to the, did you want to stay on there or you want to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah, move on, bro.
All right. Next on the list is going to be Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, I want to touch on this. Earlier, I listened to the Stephen A. Smith podcast. I like Stephen A. Smith. I can relate to Stephen A. Smith. He said that Snoop Dogg was his homie. He performed at the crypto ball, at an inauguration ball surrounding the inauguration. He was there. Now, some people say he sold out. No. Let me tell you something. That was 8 years ago when he released a video saying, who's going to vote for Trump? I'm going to put you guys on blast and blah, blah, blah. We heard that video, okay? Let me ask you people out there, can a person change their mind? Can a person change?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Is there anything you want to say?
Well, I mean, the guy you're quoting himself, I believe he hated Trump in the beginning. Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he did.
You did.
Yeah,
did.
he was avidly against Trump.
Yeah.
Eventually, he realized how garbage this last administration was.
Yeah.
And he flopped. Actually, he realized that in the last election before where Trump lost.
Right. And even though he says, I didn't vote for Trump, but he said Democrats helped Trump win for how they went after him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he had
It was
clips of him
blatantly
actually
obvious.
showing
Yeah.
support for Trump before the election even happened.
Right. So now Stephen A. Smith said he had talked to Snoop, and that Snoop said, I didn't vote for Trump. That's what he said. He said, but I was just there to support somebody else. Okay. Let's just say if that's true. Say I'm still DJing and I'm still, like, people still seek my services, right? If Joe Biden asked me, Tony, I want to give you $100,000, come over here and spin for me. Let me tell you something. I'm going to say no to the $100,000 because I don't like what he stands for. And say I say, well, I'm going to take the money and I'll be up there scratching for Joe Biden, watching him dance. No, you know what it looks like? I'm supporting that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't do
And you're
that.
selling out. You're selling
Right.
out yourself.
So for me, if Snoop is trying to be low key, like, well, I was there, bro, bumping G thing, I'm low key supporting him or whatnot. Maybe he just doesn't want to fully come out and say it, but I don't think he would have been there knowing it's a Trump ball.
He knew he was going to get
He knew.
backlash.
He knew.
Happy National DJ, by the way.
Oh, thank you,
Happy
thank you,
National
thank you.
DJ Day.
Thank
But
you,
you
guys.
know, how many of these people that are calling Snoop a sellout, how many of them like death row? I'd say a lot of them,
Yeah.
right? Well, Trump pardoned the co-founder of Death Row, Harry O.
Nah, I mean,
And that's why I think Snoop, that's when the tide started to change, in my personal opinion.
For Snoop.
For Snoop. He pardoned his boy.
yeah.
Like, and no one else did.
I was supposed to have that guy here like about a year ago.
Harry O?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it didn't happen. He couldn't make it. His schedule that was going to be one of my surprises, but he wasn't able to make. So let's go to the next guy, the next person.
Miley Cyrus. I mean,
Oh,
I
that
guess
chicken butt.
Oh, man.
That chicken butt.
Raspy voice.
What was that quote that she had?
What quote? Is that the one that says, it's all about the journey?
She came in like a wrecking ball.
It's all about the journey.
If I can backtrack for a sec, but mind you, Snoop back in 2017 put out that video when they had Trump walking around, or someone that's supposed to be Trump in the video in a clown costume, big clown shoes, and Snoop pulled out that gun.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
Shot at him, and the flag come out and says bang.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
He went
that.
from that extreme
To spinning
now-
at his
to
at
now
his party.
spinning at
That's the
the-
thing. People like I think I mentioned this the last time I was on this show is that you're not an idea. You're a human. You're allowed to change your ideas.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to grow. Anyone that thinks they have it all figured out are far from it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next
Okay,
one.
yeah.
So let's go to the next one. Let's see. Oh God, that guy.
Lopez.
that guy's
Oh
been gone,
man,
bro.
and he was even barking that shit even this last time round.
This guy has tore his draws with a lot of people, bro. Like people have sued him because he's walked off stage. He looks like, remember what was the name of that dog, Shaggy DA? Because now he's all grayed up. He's left his hair long. Like
He looks tore up, bro.
It's the Shaggy dog.
yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Who else is next?
I think his head doubled in size.
Let's get a couple more.
We got Raven Simone.
Oh yeah, she's terrible. She looks like a
Raven?
thumb.
A thumb.
So
We got
thumb
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, she was talking crap this time around again too.
and they're all still here, right?
They're all still here.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, they were moving to Canada.
We got Cher.
Yeah, oh God.
Can't do no wrong, though.
They can't move to Canada. That's going to be the 51st state.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, or is that it?
Well, and
Governor
her
Trudeau.
quote was pretty interesting because she says Cher pledged to not only leave the country but to leave the planet altogether.
Oh wow.
She was gonna.
Omari Hardwick, I don't know.
I don't know who the hell
Oh,
that is.
Amari.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh.
You know what I say, Samuel Jackson?
Some of these kind of break my heart. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok, motherfucker.
Right. I mean, who doesn't enjoy his movies?
I enjoy his movies, but Samuel, if you said that,
You're
be a man
rinsed.
of your word, bro.
Well, this is what he quoted. If that motherfucker becomes president, I'm moving my black ass to South Africa.
And he's still here.
Not even Africa. He's going to go to South Africa.
all the white people
the
are.
colonized part of Africa.
Brian Cranston.
Who?
Oh, that's
Bryan
he's lost
Cranston.
too, bro. Walter White.
Walter White.
Walter Blanco.
Oh man.
Okay, let's get two more,
He
bro,
must have
'cause there's a lot of 'em.
experimented with math on
Lena Dunham. I don't
the
know
Breaking
who that
Bad.
is.
Yeah, another actress. Who else? What about Rosie O'Donnell? Did we get to her yet?
No, Nev Campbell. I don't think
idea.
anybody
Oh.
cares. Barbara Streisand.
Oh, God.
She was Canadian.
No, she's a singer.
Her last hit was in the 70s.
Neil, damn,
Oh.
Neil. He was a good guy.
I thought he was.
Chelsea Handler. That was 50
She's-
Yeah,
Cent
she was.
chick right there.
She went hard like in the
She's,
first time he was
Irritating
president.
about it.
Okay.
John Stewart.
Jon Stewart, yeah.
Recently
Yeah.
took back the mantle of his The Daily Show.
To be
What-
fair, he's actually funny.
What about Bill Maher? Is he on that list?
Probably
no,
not.
I know,
Yeah,
but you know, Bill
Keegan-Michael
Maher's
Key.
slowly but surely changing his tune.
He's just
He's recognizing the faults of the
Eddie
Democrat
Griffin.
Party.
he's just
Eddie
realistic.
But Eddie Griffin changed because he's
Yeah,
been
he
going
did,
in on Kamala. And
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
All right.
So let's
all
give him a
right.
pass.
He gets
That
a
one throws
pass.
me
He
off.
gets
That's
a
undercover
pass.
brother right there.
So again,
Amber
sometimes
Rose.
Amber Rose.
She's, no, she's a Trumper now.
Yeah.
She's a
But she's been a
Trumper
Trumper for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Why is she even known? Why,
What
did
year
she-
is that article
That's
come out?
2016. That's from the
Yeah.
first time round.
Well, she's known because she was with some rapper, Kanye. Was it Kanye?
Yeah, and then she was even with his administration in the beginning.
Yeah.
I think she was
All
with
right,
Wiz
and that's all of them.
Okay, that's all. So, if some of those people put them on the live chat, if there's still some people out there that we missed, I said they would leave because it's time for us to get them out of here.
Oh, the live chat's awesome. It's making me laugh.
Yeah. So and then
Did
here
you
we.
know that you're going to be deported? Apparently,
Yes.
Someone in the live chat said.
Yes,
Oh yeah, we're all going to be deported.
absolutely.
Okay, so we do have a poll that's been up for 37 minutes. The question was, are you happy Trump is back? 203 votes. 60% said yes, God bless America. 13% said no, God bless America, and 26% said I didn't vote.
Wow, that's a lot of people
Okay.
that didn't vote.
Okay. Here's another quote right here. Our top priority will be to create a nation that is proud, prosperous, and free. Look, if you're going to be in this country, bro, you need to be proud, bro. But we need a good leadership so that we can be proud. I wasn't proud with this other leadership that was in there, bro.
No.
You know,
I mean,
we didn't really have freedom of speech, bro. To be honest with you,
no.
you know
That's
that.
one thing he brought up at the inauguration too. It's
Yeah.
just
Did
giving
any of
us-
you guys have a poll question you wanted to ask?
Yeah. Okay, my poll question is, for an example, what was that? Let's see what they would vote for more. I guess what is it? low prices, border control, no wars. Let's see what gets more. You know, what are your hopes for 2025?
I like the first one.
Okay.
How about that ceasefire?
Okay, tell us what that is for those that are barely tapping in.
So, am I going out of line? Can we talk about it right
No,
now?
go ahead. But really quick, somebody said Eva Longoria had said,
Oh.
you know, that she would
leave?
Yeah, people say she's fake raza. So, yeah, everybody tag her. So,
So the ceasefire.
So the ceasefire is it's nothing that's set in stone in reality, because when you got two countries that hate each other like they do in the Middle East, but what the ceasefire is basically putting a stop to all the killing between Israel and Palestine. And the ceasefire, so that I know Biden supporters are going to say that Biden is the one that made it happen, yada, yada, yada. I understand. But what happened was a week prior, Trump said, if you guys don't let those hostages out of Palestine before I get into office, I'm
What's gonna break loose?
Oh, he said hell's going to break loose.
All hell's gonna break loose.
So
it wasn't Biden, not to cut you off. It wasn't Biden. It was Steve Witkoff. That was his special envoy to the Middle East. And Trump just keeps pointing out and bragging about the fact that this guy's a great negotiator.
Yeah.
And the first press conference Trump had after the election, he brought him out and let him speak. And that's when he said all hell's going to break loose.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what happened. And sure enough, a few days before before he's inaugurated, they negotiate the ceasefire. And it's also interesting to point out that Benjamin Netanyahu didn't show up to the inauguration.
yeah, that's interesting.
I want to bring something up, two things, okay, and I want us to comment on it. Somebody said something interesting here in the live chat, and I want to give everybody a chance because I believe that you guys have a voice, okay? Somebody said Trump is for the American people, not for illegals, okay? I believe what he's trying to say, and maybe you guys could correct me and chime in, is for America first, but that doesn't mean that people can't come here legally.
Yeah, they can, just legally.
Legally. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, there's another one. I don't know, Cynthia Reyes. I don't recall Trump doing much the first time he won, though. Let's talk about what he did the first time. Inflation was down.
Yeah.
There was no wars.
Right?
Anything else you guys want to?
No new wars.
Abraham Accords,
Yeah, there was
peace in the
between-
Middle
yeah.
East.
I mean, your gas prices were low.
Took out Soleimani, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Took out Soleimani. He
And
took,
the other guy, I'm not even going to try to say his name, but someone else he took out too.
yeah, took them out. What else did he do? We were producing energy like out the yang. If it wasn't for the China virus, we were on a trajectory where
Yes.
we
Well,
were
I
going to
believe
be
for the
balling.
first time since the 70s, I could be off. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. I don't care if I'm wrong. It's not that serious. But it's been since the 70s. I think we started exporting oil.
Right,
Yeah, right.
right.
I don't.
Oh.
I know for the first time in a long time. I think it was since the 70s.
He cut off Nord Stream 2, which was the Russian pipeline going into Germany. And his logic or rationale behind that was, why are we going to support NATO, right? So NATO was formed to protect those European countries. And again, from the threat of the Soviet Union. There's a difference between Russia and the Soviet Union. Soviet Union no longer exists. But it was to protect European countries, our allies in Europe, from the Soviet Union. Well, why are we going to invest all this money if you're getting your energy from Russia? You're making them rich.
Yeah.
So he cut that off. And then it was reinstated.
Right.
And that's how Russia, and I don't feel any way about this, so
Look,
don't get me wrong, but that's how Russia got the money to
Yeah.
fund the war that they're engaged with Ukraine.
Now, let me say this, bro, because, we were respected and feared by other world leaders. Okay, they didn't want to mess with Trump, but I do want to say, and I'm not picking on one person, but I do want to say people who are saying, "What did Trump do the first time?" Okay, you just heard some of it, but I want you to put on the live chat what was Biden and Kamala's greatest accomplishment in these 4 years. I want you guys to put that because if we're gonna nitpick, because let me tell you something, there was a lot of you TikTokers and you guys were sick when TikTok went down because you guys were crying and making videos and saying, please, Trump, please. And I'm like, oh, now you want Papi Trump.
And he just signed an executive order today to put it back online. So you can send him a letter and say, thank you very much.
There were guys, TikTok changed my life. TikTok, you guys were being pussies. Seriously. Okay, now I'm saying that. They're not saying that. That's the way I talk. But you guys
I second that.
You guys were being weenies. Seriously. Oh, God, TikTok. Making posts about TikTok. Wow. Okay. Anyways, and I by the way, I hope OnlyFans is next and Christian Mingle.
Hey, wait a minute, Jen. I don't want to make it seem like this show is only for Trump, so let me throw a curveball at you.
Go ahead.
Well, what is your reasoning behind Trump at the end of his administration fast-tracking the vid shot?
The what?
You're talking about Operation Warp Speed.
No. Is that what it was? When he fast-tracked the shot so that everybody could get it?
It's not that he fast. Yeah. So
yeah, you said
in a nutshell, that's what it is. Yeah.
Fast-tracked the shot.
Operation Warp Speed. It basically put all hands on deck for the vaccine to be produced.
Yeah.
Because usually, on average, 7 years. They say 5 to 7 years for a vaccine to be ready to put into people.
Right.
And
Norbies, did you like being locked down for the time that we were locked down? What was it? A year?
But that lockdown happened during the Biden administration, not during the Trump administration.
No, he shut it down.
Did he?
Yeah, he's the one that started the shutdown.
Trump started it?
Yeah. So check this out.
2 weeks or so the spread was under Trump.
It takes about, on the average, 7 to 10 years for a vaccine to go through all the motions in order for it to get approved.
Yes.
That's what they were planning on doing. We were going to be locked down for that amount of time. So operation, and people say, oh, he's responsible. No, he fast-tracked it because, and he saved, that's when he says, I saved lives. You know how many people would have committed suicide? How many people would start getting addicted to alcohol and drugs because they're trying to cope with this lockdown? So he saved people, and he definitely reduced the amount of time that we had to be locked down. He always said it was a choice. He never mandated it. That was Biden. He always said it was a choice, and he gave us alternatives. He gave us hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, go swimming in a swimming pool, get sunlight, all these other alternatives to where you didn't have to get the vaccine if you didn't want to get it.
Those are facts.
And that's what people don't understand. People are so like 2D. This is 5D chess. He plays chess, not checkers. And, unfortunately, a lot of America doesn't think that way because we've been dumbed down for multiple reasons.
Yes.
So that's what Operation Warp Speed was about. And he never mandated it. He's never been the one. He always said you had a choice. And I'm sorry he can't hold your hand and say, it's going to be okay. He couldn't do that either. Right when he came out, he said in the press conference, his first words is, this is going to be the hardest decision that I've ever had to make. So with that being said, Operation Warp Speed wasn't a forced mandate. Operation Warp Speed was to cut the time it was going to take for us to be in lockdown so that we can get back to some type of normalcy in clown world. Because that's what we were experiencing.
And the reality is, too, a lot of the mandates that were happening were on a state level government as well.
And he always said, I'm leaving it up to the governors. He kicked it back to the states.
As it should be, by the way.
Just like he did Roe v. Wade. No, he kicked it back to the states.
So the people can decide.
Abortion is still legal in California. Okay?
Hey, really quick, we talked about the celebrities that did show up to the inauguration. You know who didn't?
Who?
Michael Obama.
Big Mike.
Big Mike?
Big Mike, where you at?
Yeah.
He's working on his traps.
Yeah, he did it. It's funny today, bro, that I got so much heat, but I was thankful that people were coming at me today when I posted up the inauguration reaction. Let me read to you one comment, okay? One guy, his name is Hector. Okay, that was predictable.
Hector.
He put Donald Trump me la chupa or me la mama. In other words, Donald Trump can suck it. So I had time today, so I replied and I put, hey, Hector, you would accept that from another man?
Maybe he swings that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Yeah, and then somebody else called him on it, and he goes, he does for Mike Obama. That was funny. Like, look, if you're gonna come on my page, bro, I'm not gonna be one of the guys that's gonna delete your shit. If I have time, I'm gonna
No,
respond.
I love it. I love pushback on
Yeah,
social
but you
media.
have to have thick skin for this, guys. Like,
Right.
I don't care, and I'm gonna say it again throughout the show. The moment that I feel that I see Trump going left, I'm gonna say something.
And I'm right there with you. I
Okay,
would do the
so-
exact
so
same.
The
there-
reality is, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be perfect.
Look, and
No, I think he'll live up to his promises. Promises made, promises kept. That's his mantra. That's
Right.
his motto. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, but my whole thing is this: that like we didn't vote for a perfect man, bro.
No.
No, everyone's
So-
fallible.
You know, and here's the thing. And again, when we open up the phone lines, you know, did you think things were going to be better with Kamala? We didn't even know her policies, bro.
Until like a month before the.
And some of them
Vote.
she bit from Donald Trump.
Right. No tax on tips.
So when people say Tony eres pendejo, Tony, bro, you actually voted for that Indian woman?
Hold on. You said no tax on tips. I want to highlight something. She brought that up for this last election. But do you guys remember when she was VP?
She wanted to tax tips.
They hired 80,000 IRS agents. You can look this up. You can freaking just Google the headline. Kamala wants the 80,000 extra IRS agents to really go for taxing tips.
For the audience, we call Michelle Obama Big Mike. If there's a video of her dancing on the Ellen DeGeneres show,
And her balls are swinging.
balls are swinging. I'm pretty sure it's still up there. I ripped a copy. I have it on
Guarantee
my
you
hard
Obama
drive.
was licking his lips.
But you can see the beanbag going back and forth because she's wearing like some loose fabric type thing pants, like suit pants, and you could just see it swinging.
Oh, man.
And another thing, man, what just frustrates me,
Hold on, this is funny. Somebody put thick skin. Just don't pull it back, homie.
I hope people out there realize that the CIA decades ago implemented something called Operation Mockingbird. That's why we call the media Mockingbird Media. And the whole objective for Operation Mockingbird was so that everything that the media shared with us would be a lie. It wouldn't be based in truth.
Right.
And we would repeat it like a mockingbird. I mean, the CIA in congressional hearings has even admitted that they have assets in the media. And they have assets in the media so that they can steer the narrative. We no longer have to depend on legacy media anymore. We can use our phones, we can use our computers, our search engines, and you can find out the information for yourself. And always look at both sides. Look at both sides of the argument. I still look up Washington Post and New York Times articles because I want to see what they're saying. And I can contrast and compare. And a lot of times they're using sources that are unnamed. So when they're using sources that are unnamed, that's suspect. You should take that with a grain of salt.
Honest, in my opinion, it should almost not be believed if it says anonymous source.
Right. They
Most
gotta be
of
able
that,
to source
most of that Russiagate stuff that they were attacking Trump for in his first court case, that nothing happened in the end because obviously it was
It wasn't
innocent.
true, yeah.
Everything was anonymous sources.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out Adam
With the
Schiff.
golden
So in other
shower
words,
and
a
the
little birdie told me. Well, what bird?
The mockingbird.
Can't
Yeah.
say. But
Name
why?
his ass.
It's national security. Don't you think we should know who's saying this? I know we got to keep it.
It was Super Chicken.
It's
Okay, one thing that I want to talk about, let me see. I believe Norbert sent this to me today, Norbies. Let me go ahead and give you the credit for bringing it up.
Hey.
Let me see. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. You know what's funny? They've been taken down a lot. When Obama made that speech about illegal immigrants, we're taking them out of here, somebody captioned it and put, Trump said the same thing, but when he said it, he was considered racist.
Right.
Okay, because there were more illegal deportations
Yeah.
under the Obama administration, pal.
And he built those cages. It wasn't
Yes.
Trump. Trump didn't build those cages. They utilized those cages, but he didn't build them.
Yeah.
That was the administration
the
before.
policies that Trump kept at the border for that stuff was all initiated by Obama.
Okay, so very quickly, I just want to touch on this before I forget. Joe Biden, this is today, issues full pardon to his entire family as one of his final acts as president.
Now, that's not suspicious at all, right?
No, it's not suspicious.
And
Innocent people don't need to be pardoned.
he pardoned Anthony Fauci,
Why though?
Your boy.
Why?
and he pardoned the J6 committee,
Why?
and he pardoned General Milley.
Another
Why pardon them ahead of time?
Why pardon
they haven't
them
been
if they're
convicted
most
of
likely
a crime.
innocent,
Yeah,
right?
they haven't been convicted of a crime.
I think Biden pardoned his family for the last 11 years. That's a pretty specific time frame,
Yeah. Right.
considering he started being VP about 11
Right.
years ago.
Right.
I think there might be a loophole though, to where they can still be held accountable.
I don't know.
Now, somebody in the live chat was saying,
Pardon.
why is Norbert back? You know what I said? He received the pardon.
Hey, that's right.
Nobody got
But
pardoned.
since we were speaking
my
about the
peoples.
border, it reminded me of some of the things that Trump said today in the speech, and he declared the border a national emergency. He designated the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. He invoked the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, which would eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks.
Yeah.
He reinstated Remain in Mexico policy. He ended catch and release. He's going to send troops to the border to repel, the invasion of our country.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
I want you to finish, but just to elaborate on the Remain in Mexico policy. So what that means for anyone that might not know is that people come here seeking asylum a lot, and that's fine. You know, there's some people that genuinely need asylum from the country that's trying to persecute them.
Right.
However, his point is you got people coming from, let's just say, Brazil into Mexico and then into America claiming asylum.
Right.
His point is if you're seeking asylum and you end up in Mexico, well, seek asylum in Mexico.
Right, you're
because-
safe now.
Exactly. No one's trying to take your head off anymore.
Right, but they're just not giving you freebies like we give freebies.
Exactly. So that's what that means.
Right.
The Remain in Mexico
So
policy.
they remain there until they can distinguish
In other words,
or determine
get your
if they're
asylum
really
there.
asylum seekers. And then lastly, as it pertains to the border, kind of sort of renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Yeah.
I want to switch gears up a little bit.
That was just a cherry.
Yeah.
I want to touch on something that he said. I'm not quite sure when he said it, but obviously he said it when he was running or he said it recently. But I just want to touch on this. Listen to this.
As a first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government, we will also reverse the overclassification of government documents, and in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.,
Yeah.
and other topics of great public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam.
Yeah, he talks to
He was asked by a journalist not too long ago about would he release the Epstein list.
Was it Rogan?
No, it wasn't on Rogan.
Okay.
And he said yes. He said yes. Now, my thing is this. If I had to guess, will that Epstein list ever be released? People were saying on the comments, no, he'll never do it. No, he'll never do it. No, he'll never do it. You know what I responded to some of those people? Okay, why hasn't Biden released it?
Yeah.
Right. Because all his friends would get busted.
Yeah, you want to talk all this masa about Trump, but your boy over there ain't doing nada but pardoning people and sending money to his boyfriend in Ukraine.
Because people treat their politics like sports franchises. I'm a Dodger fan. I'm forever going to be a Dodger fan. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they
no,
just
you're right.
No, you got to base everything on policies. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to change your opinion. You don't have to fly that flag constantly. And that's because I think it's easier for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is my team, and I'm going to stick with my team regardless. As far as the declassification, when he was on Rogan asked him about it. The last time he was president, he did declassify some documents, but he was stopped or persuaded to not release more, and that was by for the JFK.
And the reason being is because there's people that are still alive today that
Yes.
were involved.
And Mike Pompeo encouraged him not to. Now, Mike Pompeo really proved, again, sometimes you
Yeah.
can't tell people the truth.
But
You
now
gotta
he's giving
show
the
'em.
people what they want, bro. I want to see who took his head off.
Me too. And
You're not familiar with the Zapruder film?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the driver.
Yeah.
Per the Zapruder film, you can see it. The driver turns around, like this, bam, shoots him. Now think about Jackie Kennedy. What does she do the minute he gets shot?
Grabs him,
First
right?
of all, she tries to put his brain back in his head. That's just an immediate reaction.
Yeah,
And then she starts to climb off the trunk of the car. Well, why would you be? Because the threat was in the front seat. So anybody that isn't familiar about the Zapruder film, it's Zapruder. You can research the Zapruder film, and it's the driver that actually shot him. So Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. Per this,
Oh, you mean he didn't do it?
If we're gonna,
What about the bullet that they found on his gurney?
if we're gonna base it on this theory,
The perfect
or
bullet.
the Zapruder film, it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. He was a patsy. And then for a while they were saying that the Bush family had something to do with it. Possibly, maybe they were involved. George Bush Sr. was involved in
Right.
orchestrating it partially. And then when Trump was running the first time for president. Oh man, the senator from Texas, help me out. Oh, he said his dad was involved in the shooting of JFK.
Yeah. Now, let me say
It'll
this.
come to me.
Back to the Epstein list. The reason why I believe that it probably won't come out because there's just too many important people on that list, bro.
Like globally.
Globally, and here's
And
my
a lot of wealthy people, yeah.
okay. Compare it to the Diddy list. Okay, that will destroy this whole music and entertainment industry, bro. Because they were all there playing with the Joy Jail.
Hey.
And the truth is, I don't think the average person can. My guess is that they can't really handle if all that information comes out.
No, they
It
can't,
would
bro.
wreck them.
Oh yeah,
It would
like
wreck
it'll
'em.
destroy people's.
J Lo's on the
worldview.
list.
Yeah.
All these guys are on the list, bro.
And some of the haters will be, oh, Trump's on the Epstein flight list. No, not to the island. That's what people
The
need to
Lolita
understand.
Express.
The Lolita Express
That's the
that
list you
went
wanna look
to the
at.
island. That's the list. Yes, Trump did travel one time from Florida to New Jersey with Epstein. Also, keep in mind, if it wasn't for Trump, none of this Epstein, meaning way back, like before Trump was even president, Epstein was at Mar-a-Lago and tried to pull some foul shit with one of Trump's employees, a girl, like I believe it was like
Yeah.
a coat checker. Trump called the cops, had him turned in, and that's what set the ball rolling as far as the whole Epstein thing. Unfortunately, he did like some. It wasn't real jail time. He was able to leave and come back like a work furlough type
Yeah.
of thing, and that's how all that
Yeah,
started.
his cell was set up like a regular bedroom.
Right, but this last time? Oh, no, the first time.
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, the Florida DA was just really didn't handle it the right way, and you can see the interviews with the prosecuting attorney, and he said Trump was the only one we didn't have to subpoena. He willingly said, "Call me up. I'll help you any which way I can," and
Yeah.
he was very cooperative.
Well, hopefully he does release it, but I think it'll miss a lot of people globally, like we said.
Let me ask you guys a question. How would you feel if he did release the list, but the majority of the names were redacted?
Oh, then that
What's
would
the
be
point?
pointless. Yeah, that'd be pointless.
But how would you feel?
I'd be pissed.
Would you be satisfied to the fact that he actually did release the list?
No, because that's
No.
funny. Yeah, do that now.
'Cause
Just
that's
get a blank piece of
half-ass.
paper and put
But
black
technic-
Sharpie marks on it.
But
Yeah.
technically, he released it, so he held
No,
his
that's-
end of the
That's not
bargain.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not it.
Yeah, you're releasing a remix list. So okay, I forgot what the hell I was going to bring up.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Let me see. I
got a question. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as one of his policies that I like to pick your guys' brain about,
go for it.
the ending birthright citizenship.
Okay,
Like anchor babies?
So exactly. So, and for anyone that might not know what anchor baby is, but birthright citizenship is if two people come into the country, whether legally and then overstay their visa and are here illegally, anyone
Yeah.
here illegally, if they both have a child, the child is nationalized as an American citizen. That's birthright citizenship.
Right.
Uh-huh.
He is signing an executive order to end that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
no
no
more anchor babies.
No more anchor babies. What are your
Right.
thoughts? I don't have much of an opinion on it because my family's been here since like the 1700s.
Right.
So
Yeah, Yeah, because I mean that's what they do. I mean they'll they'll get married just to have some type of.
But at least they're legal at that point, right?
Right.
He's saying the child no longer if you have a child in the U.S. and you're both illegal, the child is now illegal.
No,
as well.
I agree with that.
You do?
If they're both here illegally. And they think just because they have a kid over here that's going to give them a pass.
Yeah,
to
and
be
it
able
really
to say-
doesn't in reality. They still have to go through the process, but
Right.
their excuse now is, well, my child's here.
Right.
How can you
No,
send me back?
no. I agree with that, and I think they should get rid of chain migration too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here now legally, so now I can bring
Let me
my
bring my-
aunts, my
yeah.
uncles, and my
Gotta have-
cousins, and all of that
See,
stuff.
but one thing I want to say, okay, and I want to take my time saying this. We have people watching right now and that are going to be watching later that the first thing that they think of when you just said that is Mexicans.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? We really need to get out of that state of mind.
Right.
Seriously, because we have Ukrainians here. We have everything here.
Chinese nationalists.
Everyone comes here for a reason.
So, but the sad part is you have somebody drinking a Modelo right now. It took a couple of shots. He's fucked up. He's got to go to work tomorrow.
He's in the comments.
And he's thinking, fuck you, you guys hate Mexico. He hates us.
Right,
And
no.
it has nothing to do with that, bro. Like, you need to get, I had to get out of that mindset, bro. That's why I was calling him a racist the first time he was running, because I was believing what everybody was belching out.
Right. Mockingbird Media.
So you're telling me you're an American?
See? So, well, I was born here, bro.
Mexican American.
Yep.
You know, but, growing up, again, I'm going to say this. I never considered myself a Mexican American because I didn't know what that was. And I didn't consider myself a Chicano because I didn't know what that was. I just considered myself Mexican. The only time that I ever heard the word Chicano when I was a kid was when dudes were cruising in lowriders.
Same.
Right.
And that was it.
Right.
And then I guess in the 2000s, for me, it got popular because back then, you were just Mexican. If you were Salvadorian, you were Salvadorian. If you were from Honduras, you were from Honduras. But now everybody wants to be under the blanket or under the umbrella of, I'm Chicano.
Yeah, my great grandmother, she came here from Mexico, but she always taught us, and this is just what I'm just sharing information what I was taught.
Yeah.
She's no longer with us, so I can't ask
Rest
her.
in
But,
peace.
but it was she told me never to refer to myself as Chicano. She didn't think that word. She thought it was kind of degrading.
What did she want you to refer yourself as?
As a Mexican American. But that's just my own personal experience. I really don't. I can't say yes, that's right, or no, that's wrong. I just always found it's always just been lingering in the back of my head, because so many people use the word Chicano. I'm like, well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct.
Yeah.
Right. I want to read something very, very quickly of what he said today. This is in the middle of his speech. But first, we must be honest about the challenges we face. While they are plentiful, there will be annihilated by this great monument that the world is now witnessing, and the United States of America, as we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, the radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens, while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in the complete disrepair. We now have a government that cannot manage even a simple crisis at home, while at the same time stumbling into continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad. This is the part that I want to get to. It fails to protect our magnificent law-abiding American citizens, but provides sanctuary and protection for dangerous criminals, many from prisons and mental institutions that have illegally entered our country from all over the world. That's what he's saying.
All over the world?
Right.
Yes,
So not only Mexico.
exactly. Okay. Yeah, we have the
It's hard
government.
to understand for some people.
Yeah, it truly is, and I'm probably getting cussed out right now.
Oh, the
and
comments are awesome, dude. So I guess we're getting
is.
deported.
Yeah.
We're sellouts. We're Trump lovers, which we voted. So to be fair,
yeah. Okay, you're a Kamala lover.
You know,
or a moron.
I had this, not an epiphany, because I don't know if I'm exactly right, but I was thinking, like, the Biden administration knew, like, they were doing this intentionally, right? Now we know the New World Order plan is to, have a one world situation, and that eventually the UN peacekeepers would be here and be monitoring and policing us. And then it hit me. Okay, you start a campaign to defund the police. You cut their budgets, right? So the police, the amount of police that you have declines. You let all these, and they're coming out of just like the movie Scarface when Cuba let out all the prisoners.
Yes.
They emptied their prisons and brought them into Florida. Same
Genius, by the way,
concept.
on his part.
Same concept. So they're putting all their criminals here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're overwhelmed. We can't deal with this anymore. UN, we need you. Just something that dawned on me just last night when I was thinking about it.
And
just
those are the first people that Trump wants to deport, by the way.
right.
Just criminals.
Criminals.
Which would be well over, I think, 1 million, they said, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is...
Yeah, I think it was 700,000.
Right? And the problem is when you have states or really cities as well, like Los Angeles, where they're sanctuary cities, they don't want to give over the information on who's an illegal immigrant criminal in the jails right now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to give that over.
They don't want to give it to ICE.
They don't want to help. Yeah. It could be someone that, raped a little girl.
Right.
Murdered some American couple that was just trying to go for a stroll. Anything. And they're saying, no, we're sanctuary.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to read one more thing that stood out to me. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then and believed even more now so that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Okay? And I love that he said that. I love because we all saw it. Look, let me tell you something. If you guys didn't see the Joe Rogan, Donald Trump, I love the fact that Joe Rogan said something, asked Donald Trump a question. You know what he asked him?
Let me see your ear.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see your ear.
And he saw the nick.
Right.
Yeah. So, and my thing is this, I'm thankful that he lived because when we got word that he was shot, I'm thinking to myself, they're not playing around. They're trying to take his ass out. Okay. And all for what though?
Yeah, ask yourself why.
Yeah. All for what?
Because he's racist? No, it's more deep-rooted than that.
I guarantee
He's a
you.
threat to them, to the establishment.
I guarantee you that the left didn't hate any part of his speech other than there's only two genders.
Oh, yeah, that probably, I can picture the lady with the blue hair just.
No more. And the little, what's it called?
The septum.
The septum piercing? Those are the mental illness piercing.
Oh. Things are already starting to change, though. Like McDonald's and Facebook got rid of DEI. There's no more DEI for McDonald's and Facebook.
What DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion, which essentially is what Kamala Harris was.
Right.
She was, it's making
Because of
sure
her
that
color.
you meet a quota of how many, people of color that you have
Yeah.
and or women, so on and so forth, right?
Right.
And if you recall, prove me wrong, they asked Biden, who's your vice president going to be at the time? And he goes, I don't have anyone in mind, but I can guarantee you it's going to be a woman and a person of color.
Okay.
DEI.
One of my last ones that stood out is what he said. To the Black and Hispanic communities, I want to
comments are
thank
gonna go
you
crazy.
for the tremendous outpouring of love and trust that you have shown me with your vote, okay? We set records, and I will not forget it. I've heard your voices in the campaign, and I look forward to working with you in the years to come, okay? So he acknowledged.
Yeah, you gave us a shout out.
Yes, that's pretty much exactly what he did, because let me tell you something. We came out and voted in record numbers. Okay, so if somebody wants to say, Tony A., you're a sellout. Tony A., you voted for Trump. Okay, take our 3 votes away right now. He still would have won.
Yeah, too bad you guys are getting deported.
Yeah, I'm out of here tomorrow, pal.
You're just going to go now?
Now, you know what? Let me see.
Those two Puerto Rican cats, they spoke at the pre-inauguration rally. Anuel and Justin.
No. Hold on. I gotta say this up in smoke joke.
Okay.
Was what's his name? Cheech tells Chong, hey, hide, man, hide. He goes, why? He goes, the immigration, la migra, and up in smoke, okay? So, and then they're hiding behind the curtain. They go get him. And he goes, oh, man, it's the wedding. He goes, the wedding? He goes, yeah, they're getting married in Mexico. So they call the immigration on themselves so they can get a ride.
Hey,
It's the wedding.
Dude, that's using government to your advantage.
we use the system. We don't let it use us.
That was hilarious.
You can take advantage of that
Much
way all you
love to
want, guys.
Cheech and Chong. So,
That's hilarious.
anyways, anything else you guys want to point out, guys? 'Cause we got about 15 minutes before we start taking calls.
I was just saying that the reggaeton artists, the Puerto Ricans, Anuel and Justin, they spoke at the pre-inauguration rally, and one of them said that this was his first time voting, and he voted for Trump. And my point in just bringing that up is, yeah, he had a lot of support from the Hispanic Latino community.
Now, today, he signs something. What the hell did he sign, bro? I'm hoping you guys help me out here. Don't let me hang with the
What
thread.
does that have to do with it?
Yeah, but you know what? I just am thankful that he's getting the ball rolling, and that he's not wasting any damn time.
No, he's signed what, 80 to 100 executive orders?
He signed 80 today.
80 today. His plan was to sign 200 today, but obviously Trump can't keep any promises, so he's already failing miserably. He didn't sign 200 executive orders. He only signed 80. His 80-year-old hand couldn't handle it, but 80 is pretty good. That's the most in any president in history, I believe.
Well, and again, for everybody today, okay, and then today, I don't know if you guys saw the video. We're going to bring up him swearing on the Bible in a little bit. Give me a second, okay? People were already critiquing him. He never put his hand on the Bible, okay? And then he was having drinks with Elon, his wife, in a long table, okay? These wackos were already saying he was mocking the Last Supper.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, okay, so that means we can never, ever have a nice long table and have everybody sit there without mocking the Last Supper. Okay, first and foremost, that painting, whoever did that painting, okay, that itself was a mockery because during the time of Christ, they never used a table. Look up a table called a triclinium. That's what they used. Okay, they didn't use a modern style table, and if you look at the Last Supper, which is actually the Sabbath, the Passover. They were celebrating Passover. We just call it the Last Supper because that was last meal. In the back of the picture, you know what? Can you bring up that picture, Norbert? The Last Supper.
The Last Supper? You want me to bring it up?
Yeah. No, I don't want you to bring it up. Okay, bring it up, and then I'm going to continue to elaborate. If you look at the back window, first of all, there was no windows in the homes, and it was still daylight. They celebrate Passover when the sun is down. Okay?
Right.
So if you look at that whole picture is bogus.
Mockery.
It's a mockery, and they're trying to say that today, because Trump was at a table like that, and they were having drinks, celebrating, toasting, that he was mocking the Last Supper.
Well, what was it at the Winter Olympics when they had all the trannies?
Yes.
So when did the left start caring about the Bible or Last Supper?
They only care when they try to mock it.
That's it. So when you get a chance, go ahead and put it up on the screen.
Wait, Tony, are you saying that religious, spiritual
No, there's a difference between
Art
spiritual
is,
and religion.
is fake as far as Christian and Jesus?
Well, put it up, and I'll explain it.
There's
I
a
would
girl,
like for him to
there's a
elaborate
girl
more on what he's
sitting
trying to
next to
say.
him too.
Yeah.
There's a girl sitting next to him too. No one realizes it's a girl, but there's a girl.
Well, people
sitting
say that
next
was
to him.
Mary Magdalene, but that was in the Da Vinci Code, pal. So
No, but there is a girl. I'm not saying it's Mary Magdalene.
maybe it was just gay Judas.
Painting.
Yeah, okay. They're trying to. First and foremost, I think this guy painted it 500 years after Christ's death, burial, and resurrection.
Right.
He wasn't even there. He didn't have a Polaroid of the Last Supper. There was only Jesus and his 12 disciples. Okay, and it would not have looked like that. They would not have been eating at a table. They would not have cups like that. And if you look at the back, it's still daylight.
Right. It's a graven image.
Yeah, and all these guys look European, pal. But all of a sudden, Trump sits at a table. He's mocking the Last Supper. Give me a break, seriously.
No,
How many videos did you guys make of Biden or Kamala? But Trump does anything.
Right.
And then
They're
let's
gonna
talk
rake
about
them
the
over
other
the
one.
coals.
Elon Musk does this. Hell Hitler right in our face. There's times that I have done this to people. Much love. Okay?
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But how come you don't accuse me of saying Hell Hitler? But he said it, but it was a mock.
right. And they used to love Elon. The left used to love Elon.
Yeah,
And now all
not
of a sudden,
anymore.
they
Well,
hate him.
they're gonna have to. They have to try to keep on something that these people fail at. And the one thing you can claim towards someone, and it's always a slam dunk, is that they're racist.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
whenever
so-
you call someone racist or
I
a
think-
Nazi,
Yeah.
So you guys don't believe at all that Musk was probably trolling the audience?
nah, not really.
We're
Okay,
talking-
okay,
That
let's
guy's
just.
autistic, bro. He's not like he's
Right.
not socially awkward.
What
But
did
let's
he
just
the
say he.
first time?
Okay, Norbert, just for the sake of the conversation, okay, let's just say that he was
Norbert's
trolling,
playing
right?
Devil's advocate.
I like it.
Right. No, but let's just say he was mocking, right?
Yes.
We didn't vote for Elon.
No, and he can't be president because he's not a citizen of the United
So-
States.
Okay, now
still not.
we're gonna go ahead and answer this. Somebody put, Tony, what do you think about Trump not putting his hand on the Bible when taking the oath on his mistake? No, I don't think it's a mistake because he did it the first time he was in office. But let's go ahead and bring that picture up. Okay. The Bibles are right there. His wife is holding it. If anything, she has her hand on the Bible. I'm not going to make any excuses
Yeah.
for Trump, okay?
Right.
But here's my thing. We are going to hold him accountable if he doesn't live up to what we voted him for.
Right.
Okay? So I'm not going to sit here and say this man is perfect. You know, he would never do anything wrong. I'm not saying that. So I gave my reason why I voted. We all gave our reason why we voted. But here's my thing. I want you guys to call in and give us your reasons why you voted for Kamala. Okay, if you voted, call in because I see a lot of shit talkers.
Yeah, there's a lot of it. I would love for you to call in.
Call in. If you got the balls, make the calls. And we're not trying to argue, bro. We're men. We're not children.
gonna debate.
Yeah, at least let us know why you voted for Kamala. And then I'm going to ask you one question. What was Kamala's greatest accomplishment in those 4 years? Okay, so be ready.
Now,
They're not
hand on
gonna
the
call
Bible,
in.
I really can't call it. I did the research. J.D. Vance did put his hand on the Bible. To me, it's not like, oh my God.
It's not even required.
It's not, oh my God, he didn't put his, I mean, they were there. We know the significance of his grandmother's Bible. There's a great
Yeah,
video
give us
that
the
explains-
backstory of that Bible.
I can't recall.
Well, it was
It's
one of
been
his mother's
passed-
Bible. Yeah.
It was his grandmother's Bible. It was passed down from generations. There's a story behind it. There's a video out on it on YouTube. I watched it so long ago, I can't remember exactly what all the details of it was. But it was something like his grandmother, it got to a situation where the Bible, she used to have church in her home. She opened up her home because something was happening, and she opened up her home to have church.
Yeah.
His grandmother's name was Elizabeth Christ Trump. Her middle name was Christ. I don't know if that was common back then in that era, whatever, to have a middle name or a name of Christ. But there's an interesting story about it. But I can't remember like all the details. But that's the Bible. That's one of the Bibles that he has there with him. And he did put his hand on the Bible the first time round. This one was a little bit different because it wasn't outside. It was in the rotunda because of the weather. So maybe just in all of the, I'm not making excuses. I'm not even going to try to.
Whatever, bro.
It's not required in reality, not even to be
I don't
sworn
think
in
it's
as
like, oh my
president.
God, he didn't put his hand on the
Look,
Bible.
all we're
It's a
worried
game
about is
changer.
just do what you say you were going to do, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
And
Bring
that's
down
it.
gas prices.
It's not a deal breaker
and
for
make
me.
let me buy a ribeye without it hurting my wallet.
It's not a deal breaker for me.
Yes. Make burritos de carne asada $5 again.
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'm tired of paying $15.
Make
God.
orange juice $3 again.
Make orange juice $3 again. Look, first of all, you guys, half of you guys on the live chat don't even believe the Bible, but all of a sudden want to bring up the Bible
Right.
because he
Right.
didn't put his hand on it.
Right.
Well, they need a gotcha.
You yourself never put the hand on the Bible.
Stop
Yeah.
putting cabbage in my burrito.
Okay. Anyways, anything else you guys want to bring up? Well, I'm having fun. You know what? And I'm thankful that you guys are having fun. And we're not retracting or blocking anybody because I do believe that your voice should be heard. That's why we're taking all calls. You guys want to call in. If you guys disagree with us, at least let's be men about it and talk about it and tell us why you disagreed. But I will ask you, why did you vote for Kamala and what was her greatest accomplishment on why you voted for her? At least tell us why. Don't call and say, I just don't like Trump, because that's not a good reason, bro. That's not a good reason.
Here's an interesting tidbit from the inauguration. I don't know if everyone saw it, but he did mention about putting a flag on Mars, and Elon Musk got all giddy. Here's an interesting little tidbit. In 1962, there was this rocket scientist, Werner von Braun, German scientist. I believe he was brought over here via
Operation Paperclip.
probably Operation
Former
Paperclip.
Nazi.
was.
Okay, so Werner von Braun wrote a book called Project Mars, which imagined that human colonists on Mars would be led by a person called Elon. So he wrote this in the early 1900s, and it was in German. And then later on, it was translated into English. But the person who led the whole campaign to colonize Mars, his name was Elon.
Really?
Okay.
Coincidence? Who knows?
Hold on. I want to share something that somebody sent me from Facebook. It says the coat that represents abortion, child grooming, child genital mutilation, homosexuality, pedophilia, and pedo island can't understand what went wrong.
Right.
Wow.
But, in all honesty, like a lot of these people, they don't know because the media that they watch aren't telling them these things.
Yeah.
They're not pointing this out. So they're oblivious. They have no idea. And then they refuse to watch anything with an opposing opinion or another side of the argument.
Yeah, because you're crazy. You know what I mean? You don't know.
So they live in an echo chamber, and they love their echo chambers. They
An
absolutely
echo
love
chamber
their
is
echo
when
chambers.
your feed, like you follow, like my Twitter feed, honestly, is I see everything. Like I see hate on Trump and I see love on Trump everywhere. Like my whole political feed in Twitter.
Right.
But like, to be fair, I didn't even vote in 2016. I've never voted in my life until 2020 election.
Right.
But that's because I did my own research. I was never one that hated Trump. When Trump won, I was like, oh, I woke up the next day like all of you guys and just went back to work.
Still went back to work.
I went back to work. Everything was fine. And I couldn't figure out why everyone hated Trump. It confused me because I wasn't in the political sphere. I didn't care about it, right?
Right.
In my brain, it was all rigged. It was all set up, higher ups, they don't care, blah, blah, blah. And then when Trump won, it made me realize, well, maybe it's not rigged because he won the first time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But because of that, it made me dive into everything that Trump said. Why are they calling him racist, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm like, well, actually, I agree with a lot of what he says. He's brash. He can be... He can just be a tough guy to be around, rough around the edges, but I agree with majority of what he says.
Well, you've come a long way because you're pretty well informed.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I read a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
Oh, no, yeah.
it's a problem.
You just, it seems like if something interests you, you're going to do a deep dive into it and try to learn as
It's a
much
problem.
as you can.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay, Cynthia Reyes, I'm going to read your comment again, and I appreciate you chiming in. Trump didn't do shit the first time around, just started a tab. Sleepy Joe didn't do shit, but continued to run up the tab. Trump is just going to give him and his homies tax breaks.
The whole billionaire
Cool, whatever. But here's my thing. Sleepy Joe gave billions to Ukraine while people that were under a flood got $700 if you qualified.
oh, don't forget the Maui fires in Hawaii.
Yeah, the Maui fires and then the fires out here in Malibu.
They got $770.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
He
and then
broke them off.
North Carolina, I think they got $700 too.
Well, that's what we're talking about, the flood.
Billions were
but
going to other countries.
But out here in for the people that lost their homes in the
Yeah.
California fires, they get $700
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
700 smacks, dude.
770, you said, right?
Yeah, 770.
Yeah, 770. Okay, but the boyfriend from Ukraine calls and he gets billions of dollars.
Of
Yeah.
your money, people.
And nobody has said anything about that. Why? Because they just hate Trump.
Right.
So there you go.
A deep disdain
And can
that
I
just
point out something
affects their
that's always
Mm-hmm.
judgment.
been weird about Zelensky from Ukraine?
I found. Oh, go ahead.
He can't afford a suit.
I know, bro.
All the money he's getting,
Dressed
and he
like
always comes
Belichick.
dressed like he's in military attire because you know why? It makes you guys believe
Now he's down to earth and
that,
real.
yes, it's all freaking to just make you guys
And-
believe a narrative.
And all you people who hate Nazis, they're Nazis over there. It's called the Azov Battalion. So if you support Ukraine, you support Nazis.
There is a lot
if
of
you
Nazis in
support
Ukraine, he's
Biden,
right.
he gave money to Nazis.
Yes.
It's called the Azov Battalion. And don't get me wrong, Lindsey Graham and John McCain are all up in that mix, or were all up in that mix prior to 2016. I have videos of them meeting with the Nazi soldiers. So it's not just a Democrat thing; it's an establishment thing. But Azov Battalion, look it up.
Malibu couldn't get any water, but Ukraine got billions. I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? And
That's, dude.
Don't forget about Benjamin Netanyahu.
That
Okay.
guy. Well, yeah, he's getting money.
go ahead,
too.
Norbert. Tell us if you're gonna bring him up, you better speak on it.
He also got hundreds of millions of dollars.
How much
And
did you send him?
And a very big weapons deal from our country.
How much did you send him?
Well, anybody that paid tax send him money.
Did you send him any candygrams?
No, I didn't.
Trump says he's going to make us a dome, a defense dome, like just
Iron
like,
Dome?
like Israel has. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Why
That'd
not,
be
bro?
awesome.
I hope it never goes off, but why not?
Hey, Norby's, but guess who created Hamas?
It was also part of Israel's thing.
Thank
right?
you. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Israel and us indirectly. Yeah.
Okay, you guys.
That's true. I didn't think you guys would know that.
Norbert, go ahead and read the last poll and then put up the number because we're about to start taking calls.
All
It's
right,
about that time.
Thank you for your comment, though, Sid.
Last poll. It's been up 48 minutes. There's 217 votes. What would you vote for? 9% voted for a ceasefire. 41% voted for low food prices. 16% said border control. 34% said low rent.
All right. And what did Trump do his first term? Here's an answer. Dude, gas prices were low.
Because the cost of energy was low.
Right.
Right.
Except, I mean, for us, because our gas is taxed so heavily, we barely, we see relief. So we're happy if we're getting gas at $3.49 a gallon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Norbert.
Or $3.15 a gallon. We're
Yeah.
stoked.
I posted a screenshot today, actually. It's $4.30
People
a
in
gallon
other
right now.
states were
Yeah.
paying like $1.50 a gallon because they're not heavily taxed like we are in California.
Oh, it's only going to get worse because, we want to go green. Everyone get electric car. Mind you,
He ended the Green New Deal today and the electric car mandate.
Okay, Norbert, I need the Bluetooth on.
but what about the irony in is that we have rolling blackouts. There's
Yeah, Christmas.
You can see an article where it says, we're encouraging everyone to buy cars electric cars in California by 2035, and then the next day it says avoid plugging in your cars if possible because the
Right.
grid can't handle it.
Right. My electricity went out on Christmas Eve.
And then now it's like, oh shoot, we just realized we're not getting all these tax dollars from gas cars anymore because a lot of people are buying electric. So we're going to up the gas tax again, another 10 cents. It's constant.
It's got to stop.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to get rid of Newscomb and Karen Bass.
You scum. Damn. Okay.
That's what I call them.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Let's go ahead and put up the number. Remember, it's the other number, the old number, right?
Yeah, the old number, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and put them on. Go ahead, everybody. If you guys want to call in, give a comment or
Preferably the haters,
a comment or a complaint, go ahead and call in.
respectfully.
This show was
We
sponsored
should be able to
by
have
Freaky
dialogue,
Tales.
okay? Not just yell. Even if you guys want to call in and make a noise, just call in. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and wait. Let's see. The number's up. It's 310-221-7360. 310-221-7360. Here we go. Our first caller. Okay. Okay, I know who it is. Call back 951. 951. Call back.
Someone said they're watching on mute. That's hilarious.
Here we go. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Tony A. Caesar from Paris.
Caesar from Paris. How you doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. What's up, Brando? Welcome back.
What's up, Caesar?
Mr.
Thank
Rick
you.
M. Welcome back.
What's up, big dog?
How are we doing? We're doing great. Great inauguration. Let's find out tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. to see what celebrities still haven't moved out of here. We'll take a poll on that.
Absolutely.
Take a poll on
See how
that.
many people are still sticking around.
Yeah, exactly.
The inauguration is great. Everybody who hasn't seen it in the entirety, you should go and see it. It's pretty good. The look on Biden's face when Trump is bringing home the POWs, and you look at Biden's face like, what? We had POWs? What? He had no clue.
Yeah, no clue.
About what I don't think he was getting. He had no clue he was even getting shitted on. Kamala Harris, she was just taking the punches like a G. We got to give her that. She was just taking it like a G.
Yeah,
now,
she was.
I got a question. Yeah, I got a question. Are we experiencing the dream team of politics? Is this guy sounding too good to be true?
Who
Now,
are you referring to, my
the
bro?
thing with we're talking to Donald J. Trump, our acting president. From now, I think he's gonna go 4 years. I believe he's a shoo-in for the next 4 years. So we're gonna get a total of 8 years of this guy, which I believe, if everything goes good, why wouldn't he be the last president that ever served in state? Changes are coming.
I don't think he can run for an additional term.
You can only run 2 terms as president, and you already from 2016 to 2020.
Okay. What I'm saying is, all of that about to change. Are we going into change?
Oh, like if
know
he
what I mean?
changes
These
it
8
up so
years
he
is
can
the-
run
yeah.
another term? I don't think he would.
He
To where-
jokes
to where
around
he is
about
the-
it. But then again,
Right.
you know,
Now-
but I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I've thought of that myself.
it'd be nice.
because he does do some posts where it'll flash. It'll say Trump 2016, Trump 2020, Trump 2024, Trump 2028, Trump 2032, and it's like
Then it
keeps
follows with a
flipping.
picture of Canada being a part of America.
And it keeps going.
Right.
Now, is
No,
he
no, no.
trolling? Just to, I don't know. Is there some truth in
Okay,
it?
go
I
ahead,
don't
Caesar.
know.
The floor is yours.
I mean, it's just that so far he's well, from the last time he's been delivering on everything he's saying. This thing with the Panama Canal is epic. If everybody tried to miss that, he's taking back the Panama Canal.
Mm-hmm.
That is being ran by China. No mind
Exactly.
you. He's
Yes.
taking everything back. He's taking back the power. He's doing changes that are going to change for the longevity.
Absolutely.
If he delivers on everything, there's no stopping this man. I'm telling you. I think that we are witnessing the finally the turnaround, the future maybe of America. What's going on?
Well, as Trump says,
I wanna
it's
say
going to be the
that-
golden age.
Yeah, exactly. And who's going to want that to stop? Who's going to want to be? Who's going to want to try to try to even level up to this guy?
I feel you, Caesar.
I think we're looking at history.
I feel
history
you.
in the making.
If he delivers and garners the support of the majority of the nation, I wouldn't rule that out. It would make the other side or the people who hate him livid. They would lose their shit. But if he has the support to do it,
Yeah.
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Look, if he delivers everything he said, I don't see any Democrat winning anytime soon, bro.
No, I think they're cooked for at least the
Never.
next 8 to 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally.
Exactly. To touch on another, okay, before anything else, Tony A, happy DJ Day. You're my best DJ, my first DJ. Swap Meet days. Bless you for all the things you've done, DJ.
Thank you, my brother.
Happy DJ Day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Now, another thing, great podcast. I'm going to touch on the JFK. That poor bastard was shot by the driver, and also he shot the bodyguard first. He shot the bodyguard, then he shot JFK twice. A little thing on that. But a great show. Let me see. I got a lot of notes here, but now let's go. Oh, hail Donald J. Trump, and let's hope we all get
All
back
hail.
on our feet. And all hail. And you know what? On another side note, my dad, I want to say, escaped his country of Mexico, escaped it to make sure his family had everything that he grew up without.
All
Now,
good.
I say escaped because this man, he climbed through all these mountains that we see from here to San Diego. This man walked all of that to a place that where nobody knew, made a family, made a life for himself, learned the lingo, learned the language, learned how to get a job, pay his taxes, and his family and his sons and daughters would grow up as Americans. Proud.
Praise God, baby.
That's
These are
amazing.
from Paris,
That's amazing. That's
and
honorable.
I'm out.
And I'm out. All good. Okay, that was our first caller. Once again, the number is up on the screen, 310-221-7360. 310-221-7360. Let's go ahead. And once again, I want to get some people that didn't vote for Trump, and I just want to know why and why you voted for Kamala. I think that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Please, you guys are still in the comments.
Yeah, we didn't get you guys last time, so I respectfully say if you got the balls, make the calls, and at least let us know. We're not trying to argue with you. Yeah. You know, we're not children, we're men, and we can talk about it. So let's go and let's talk about it. Now, one thing I will say, this guy, Caesar from Paris, he always calls. I appreciate his calls. Here we go right here. Caller 510, call back. Don't make me call you. Okay, 510 area code. You called and hung up. So we're waiting on you. So let's see. Other than that, we're going to continue this conversation. I'm truly enjoying myself. Today's a
too.
good day. You know, I'm happy.
I'm happy. I am
You know,
happy.
you know, and here's
to
my
be an
thing.
American.
Yeah, you know, and here's my thing. If you didn't vote for Trump, at least call us and let us know why you're unhappy.
Yeah.
You know, so caller, your name and where are you calling from? Hello, caller.
Thank you for contacting Amazon.
Good one.
Elon. That
Let's
was
give him a
Elon.
hand clap. That was a good
yeah.
one, bro. Yeah, let's give him a hand clap.
Threw me off.
And just for the record,
Hold on. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. My name is Laura. I'm calling from the San Fernando Valley.
How you doing, Laura? How you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm doing well. I don't know. You know, honestly, I really don't know how I'm doing. It hasn't been the best days. I've been kind of avoiding the TV, any kind of like news outlets, anything political. I'm just like been avoiding.
Right.
I don't know. I really don't know how to feel.
Okay.
I honestly, I voted for, so I did vote for Kamala.
Okay.
One of the reasons why I voted for Kamala was probably because she was saying, and like her policies were going, like they were in a reaction to like the things that would affect, that started to affect people, and that like Trump tried to reverse during his presidency, like like the abortion laws, I don't know, different types of like immigration things. Honestly, I don't even remember what she was saying, but I just remember she stood for, like the opposite of what he was doing.
Right.
Like during his presidency, he kind of like set himself up for this next presidency, or maybe for like the right or like a Republican president, because some of the things that he did included like putting Supreme Court justices like that were in favor in those like extreme right politics and kind of views, and conservative, like traditional,
Right.
type of like, values, so like because of that, like those legal aspects, he that's what they're doing. So now a lot of the things that are coming into play have to do a lot with like the laws that are going to be put in place. I only saw some of like the executive orders that he was starting to write, putting in place, with like immigration and I don't know, so many stuff. So
first and foremost,
that's what I was trying to avoid.
okay. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for calling in, because
Yes.
you've been the bravest one
Yes.
to at least call in and
Yes.
told us,
Still people in the comments that still going.
Yeah, that you said, you voted for Kamala, and I truly, truly appreciate. I respect your vote. I didn't vote for Kamala, but I voted for Trump, but I'm going to allow either Rick or Brandoe to at least share or to elaborate on anything she might have said that stood out that you guys care to.
Well, the first thing I'll mention is, as far as the Supreme Court justices go, I do understand what you're saying as far as he did put in people that are obviously way more conservative, but that's one of the beautiful things about America, because if, let's say Kamala was president today and,
Someone retired
or someone passed away, she would put in probably one of the more progressive judges that we've ever seen. And the truth is, at least for myself, I just say, that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles to an extent. Like that's the way the game is played, so to speak. But that's a part of what makes America beautiful, as well as like, decisions for certain things going back to the States. It's the same concept. Like, I know a lot of people that were living in California that didn't like what was happening in California, so they moved to Texas. I know a lot of people that did that.
Yeah.
But it's just my point on elaborating is the fact that I understand that they're more conservative, which I obviously love because I'm conservative. But that's the way the game is played as far as what the Constitution calls for.
Randall?
It's Laura, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Laura.
And thank you for calling.
Yeah, thank you for your call. It's great. One thing I would comment on, because you did bring up abortion, and that's something that you had a concern with. What he did for abortion was just take it out of the federal government's hands and kicked it back to the states, because originally that's where it all came from. So it's not like he just ended abortion. He kicked it back to the states, and then the people that live in those states can exercise their right to vote and vote whether or not they want to keep it legal or not, or vote how many months can you go until it's not feasible anymore to have an abortion. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that's what he did. So when people say, "Oh, he ended Roe versus Wade," it sounds like really extreme to somebody or people that are pro-abortion. but he kicked it back to the states, so it gave more power to the people in that individual state. And that's all I wanted to share with you. You probably already knew it already, but I thought I would just reiterate that if you did.
Other than that, Laura, was there anything else that you wanted to share?
Yeah, no, I mean, just like his whole narrative, is something that I don't agree with. Like, it's just so hard for me to like listen to him. It's not that I hate him. I don't even like that word.
Right.
I just like he like you. It's someone you can't trust, and even when you hear him, it's like he doesn't sound like he's even putting sentences together. Like, honestly, like, it's really hard to listen to that man, especially being someone of color, especially being a woman, especially being, from California. I don't hold his views. He's not talking to me. He's talking to the conservatives, the right wing, the white people, the white men, the people who have that type of mentality. Maybe, I don't know, but he's not talking to me, and I don't see myself reflected in any of his politics.
No. I'm going to say one thing, and I once again, I respect that you called. I'm thankful that you called, but at the same time, I didn't feel that Kamala or Biden was talking to me. So we just have different views. Yeah. But if, again, like I said earlier, if you would have taken away our votes, he still won by a landslide. That means people were actually tired of this administration.
Yeah, he won popular vote. That's huge.
Yeah, so.
You know what? I actually saw a report, and at this point, I don't even know because, Instagram and social media, it's like deregulated or whatever. So there's a lot of misinformation online as well. But it showed that there was a higher number of people who didn't even vote compared to the number that did vote. So some people didn't even vote because they couldn't. Overall, yeah, there was a higher number of people who didn't vote.
Okay.
And I personally know a lot of people who didn't vote because they couldn't get with one side or the other.
Well, that makes sense if it's an overall number. Because if you look at the last election when Joe Biden won, he had the most votes
than any other
president in history. But if you look at the difference in numbers between Biden's votes and Kamala's, the number,
millions of people disappeared.
Yeah,
outlandish how big that gap is.
All good, Laura. I thank you for calling in and being a part of the show.
Yeah,
thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for that. And once again, you have a blessed night, and we appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you. You as well.
That was a nice lady.
No, I you know what, man? I'm glad that she called in, bro.
Yeah.
It just goes to show that all these
we don't
guys,
want an echo chamber either. You know what I mean?
Never.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're willing to take anybody's calls. Call her your name and where are you calling from?
What's up, Kanye? What's up, fellas?
What's up, big dog?
From the Bay Area.
What's up, my brother from the Bay Area? How you doing tonight?
Oh, pretty good, brother. First day under Trump, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
All good, my brother. Anything you care to share? Did you watch the speech, or what is it that, if anything, what are you looking forward to?
Well, hopefully, man, to be honest, I hope that interest rates go down.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that people are able to buy cars, be able to get homes, stuff like that. The everyday necessities of life get easier, And,
Absolutely.
He's a billionaire, but who knows? It's just the first day, man, But I wanted to ask you three gentlemen something. Unfortunately, I was a little late on the show, so I don't know if you guys already talked about it. But I would like to hear two things from each of you that you hope that he gets done, in these 4 years, or that you're looking forward to.
Okay,
that he could do.
I'll go first. And one thing, number one, this is no particular order. Maybe three things. The whole inflation thing has to go down.
Yeah.
Okay, the cost of living has to go down. Second, securing our borders.
Yeah.
Okay. Third, for me, this whole gender crap. Non-binary, gender fluid. I don't know what a woman is, but I want a woman to win the presidency. I just needed all that to disappear, and I'm thankful that men can't get pregnant anymore. So, yes, I'm hoping that he keeps all of that. So, but he did say already he's only going to identify 2 genders, so that's 1.
Yeah.
Let's secure our borders and let's bring the prices down up. But here's the thing. It doesn't help when Biden was putting us more into the hole by giving Ukraine billions. Now Trump steps into office with more debt.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Okay, go. Anything?
For me, it's I want him to lower the cost of energy because, again, that's going to bring the prices of your goods down.
Yeah.
Because it costs a lot of money to get your avocados to the market because gas, so on and so forth. So lowering the cost of energy is one thing that I'm looking forward to. The second thing would have been the gender. There's only 2 genders.
Mine is energy, inflation, interest rates, and border security.
Absolutely. Did you have another question?
Getting rid of the Green New Deal.
Oh, thank you guys so much for answering that. I have one last thing that I want to end it with, though. I mean, being that we're all Chicano or come from, Mexican heritage, how do you feel about the majority of people that are going to be hassled and profiled and rounded up, even if they are non-criminals and they don't have a criminal record, they're just trying to earn a living. During his last presidency, there was a lot of people, especially in the white community, that would, go out and knock the vendors' carts over, call the police on them, try to beat them up. And it was like a real target on us, brown people. How do you guys feel if that's going to happen again? And how do you feel about that?
I want to touch on this really quick, okay? And I'm just going to remind people of this. It's a big deal when Trump says it. When Obama's first term and his second term, he hit record numbers. He deported more people than any other president before him. But nobody brings that up. Trump says it, it's a big deal. Obama put kids in cages and nobody said anything. That's my answer as of right now. Anything else?
No, just to elaborate on, the media was calling Obama deporter in chief.
Yeah.
Because he did deport more people than any other administration in history.
And nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing about him.
And the reality is, again, I don't know if you heard this first. We did talk about this earlier in the show. It's probably what you missed. But he's going to go after the criminals first.
Yes.
And like the violent criminals. So,
The gangs.
criminals that are raping, criminals that are killing. You know what I mean?
Assaulting, whatever, all the
The
above.
violent criminals. Insert violent for whatever you want to put it in. That's what he's going after first. And that's going to be a task in itself. I personally think that's going to take up majority of the time for ICE, I guess you can say, right?
Yeah.
Because, again, he has to go in through all these blue cities like Los Angeles where they're sanctuary cities and there's
He's gonna get
hundreds of
pushed back.
thousands of them here. And and they're not going to cooperate. And the cops, which, God bless police officers. They do have a tough job. But my problem with police officers, majority of the time, is that in the end, they're just doing their job. So that even comes down to the fact that they know there might be, a child molester, immigrant in this apartment over here, but they're not going to give that over to the feds because their boss told them not to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Randall.
I think knocking over people's vending carts and things like that is totally unacceptable.
Yeah, it's awful.
And that's awful. I hope that doesn't happen. But I agree with Rick. Yeah, they're going Tom Hammond. They're gonna target
That's his
those.
name. I was trying to remember his
Yeah,
name.
they're gonna target the criminal. Criminal. They're gonna target them first.
Yeah, violent criminals.
The
Yeah,
violent criminals.
but please, like I said earlier, we need to stop thinking Mexicans.
Yeah.
Right.
That's who they're going after. There's plenty of people that are here illegally, bro. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So, if they're gonna be deporting people that aren't criminals, I guess that's yet to be seen. I really truly don't believe that's gonna be the case. I
don't
know
think they're gonna get there.
I know that's the scare, like that the legacy media that leans left. That's the fear that they're instilling into people. It's a talking point to get people riled up. I really don't believe in my heart that that's going to happen. They're going to get rid of these gang members that are committing brutal brutal murders and raping young girls and things of that nature. And I think any sane-minded person would, it doesn't matter what color they are, you don't want that type of element around your family or in your country, period.
And securing the border saves a lot of those young girls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, caller, we hit our 5-minute mark. I appreciate those 2 questions.
All right.
Hopefully,
Thanks a lot, guys.
we
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
man.
Thank you. Okay, we're trying to keep every call under 5 minutes, so whoever calls in, remember, get to your questions so we can all get our answer
Please,
in.
someone that disagrees.
Hey, kudos to Rick for sticking to 2 things,
Yes.
unlike
Thank you,
the
sir.
other 2.
Oh, I didn't?
You guys named like 4 or 5 things.
Oh, but I rapid fired them.
More
though.
is good.
Well, the reality is there's just not much depth
I
to me.
named 4
You know
in the
what I
same
mean?
time Rick named
Okay,
2.
here we go.
And
My
I saw
brain
you
doesn't
Caller,
have
your
that much
name and where are you
capacity to
calling
name more
from?
than 2.
Hey, man, it's Carlos from Anaheim.
What's up, big dog?
How you doing?
Good, man. You know what? I just trip out for example, a lot of the dreamers that are out there that now they have to be worrisome. 'Cause at the end of the day, even for people that, according to what he wants to do, people that were born here, then now they're being told that they could possibly be deported just because their parents were born here.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
You know,
It's tough, man. It really is, but
It's a lot of topics, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's just like we tend to forget a lot of people that don't understand. And when we want to focus on community. But to be honest, like, dude, at the end of the day, the border did defined, right, throughout the years and generations. But there are a lot of generations that were born here, Mexican, you know, because of treaties and everything, the border got drawn down. But Mexicans have been here, like, man, generations. So it's like, how can you squash that now? Even with Trump, if you see his family tree, dude, they were immigrants themselves. So now, according to him, now you want to do this, it's okay. Whatever. It worked for you. Now you want to put the rules. Okay. But just because of other nationalities that came over here and it became a whole criminal get down and everything, you got to bunch everything together. You know what I mean? But, dude, I've heard stories right now in Bakersfield where they're running out buses of farmers where I'm like, why don't they take them over there to supposedly Chicago and New York where they're saying all these immigrants over here are committing crimes and all that, but you're hitting communities that are actually working? Like, that's where I'm like,
let me ask you a question,
I
Carlos.
get it, but like,
Okay, well,
Yeah.
at least you say you get it. So there's some nuance there, which I appreciate. But so I think I correct me if I'm wrong. You're not assuming that if, for example, the parents are illegal, they have a son, the son's over 18, he's still getting booted with the parents. That's not what you're thinking, right?
well, according to what social media and what I'm reading,
Yeah.
that's what's going. So that's supposedly what's being spread out.
Well, I
That's what
will
I'm
tell
trying
you
to say.
this: that won't happen because, well, the child is an American citizen, correct, right now, but he's already an adult
Exactly.
in the eyes of the
As of the
government.
14th
So
Amendment, right?
yes, correct. But what now? Let me ask you a question to help you get to an understanding of where I'm coming from. If there's a child that's born here from 2 immigrant parents that are illegal, you don't ship the parents out and keep the baby, do you?
No.
That's what it comes down to. You have to send their child with them. It doesn't mean that the child's still not an American citizen.
Well,
the child can come back.
according to how you're putting it, how you're putting it, obviously the child doesn't have a choice, dude. Who am I going to leave the baby with? If I'm putting myself in that position, who am I going to leave the baby with?
Exactly.
Honestly, dude, it's my child. I'm going to take him with me. But you're talking about people that are already here, that are already old. If that gets put, it doesn't put a age limit, right?
No,
It's strictly put, you're going to get deported.
No,
So it's a yes or no.
That's not going to happen.
Well, I hope not. But what I'm trying to say is, say as of right now, is just because of I have a voice, apparently.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, it contradicts further. Like, you're talking about lawyers, celebrities, all these kind of people that were born and are here because of their immigrant parents. So that's what I'm trying to say is it brings a whole lot of like conversation and a lot of things. And you guys just talked about Obama, dude. Obama, I even knew he deported a lot of people, but how come Trump doesn't really acknowledge that openly as well? Say like, hey, Obama did. And I'm not the first to say I'm going to deport all these immigrants. No, dude, I even knew Obama deported a lot of people, and it wasn't put out there because he was pushing DACA. So it was kind of contradictory. But yeah, he did. He deported a lot of people. But tampoco no se pone mucho above hand, like, yeah, Obama did before me. I'm talking about Trump. Like, before me, Obama did deport more than me, guys. You guys know that? And then I'm going to follow through. But at the end of the day, I always feel like, you know what? ICE and everybody, they got to do their job because it is a job. And there's always been raids. There's always been this. But I feel like we shouldn't, like, scare the people that actually, you know, they're not here legally, but they do their jobs and everything. It's just, you know, for the people that are doing bad, it's a wake-up call, you know?
Yeah. Understood. Brandoe, anything you want to say before we let him go?
The one thing I was just, when I'm trying to determine, because he's bringing up examples, well, these people had immigrant families in here. Did they come legally or illegally? So we would have to determine that to try to have some type of educated answer. Right. And then I really can't speak on, because I haven't heard that Dreamers are under a threat that they're going to be deported.
The threat now, the goal is violent criminals.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that it's not true. I haven't seen any source material.
That have DACA, and it got stopped. From every 2 years, it got stopped to 1 year. It got stopped to 1 year. And any person that, you know what, if they're here now, right now, if you have DACA, they will call and tell you and correct you and tell you that because of him, it got stopped from 2 years to 1 year. And we have to pay almost up to $1,000 from $700 thanks to Trump. So correct you. Yeah, dude, I hope people call in and reassured. But yeah, believe me, dude. And those people that go through DACA, they get corrected from everything. You get checked everything. You cannot have anything in your record. And that sucks.
Yeah, so they should be fine.
You cannot have anything.
In theory, they should be fine. It's the violent criminals that they're going
That's pretty much what he's pushing.
Every other year you get fined, but because your parents made a bad choice, we're here. And we're proud because we're on our land. All right? We're on our land.
All good, caller. Thank you. Oh, he hung up. It's your land, pal.
Yeah, dude.
So anyway, thank you for that call.
This land was made for you and me.
If we don't have any borders, how do we have any sovereignty? Like,
we don't have a country.
I'm glad you guys clarified.
Here we go. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what up, everybody? My name's Jaden.
What's up, Jaden?
What's up, Jaden?
Jaden, where are you calling from?
I wanted to get into just a couple of things with Trump's one.
Thank you for avoiding my question.
I don't think he heard you.
But all good, my brother. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, my phone went to Bluetooth. I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay.
No worries. Go ahead and ask your question. We're trying to keep it under 5 minutes, bro, so we can get other callers in. Go for it.
Well, I just want to speak on everybody's talking about him ending birthright citizenship.
Yeah.
And it's not retroactive. That's all I want people to know. It's not retroactive. So everybody who was born from illegal parents, that doesn't go into effect for 30 days. So 30 days from now, then if you're born here from illegal parents, then you're not a citizen. So it's not everybody before is losing their citizenship.
Okay, so there's
Correct.
a 30-day grace period.
Oh, yeah, I guess that should have been clarified.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
So it's not retroactive.
A lot of people think, yeah, it's not retroactive. A lot of people think, so you're going to get deported now if,
No, yeah.
No, that's the media.
Or no.
Right.
I didn't even realize that people could take it that way.
That's the media instilling fear in people, and people too lazy to not even research and find the stuff out on their own.
Because this land is their land.
We're safe, Tony.
Thank God.
And I also wanted to get into Elon. If you watch the full video, he says, "My heart goes out to all of you," and he puts his hand on his heart, and then he puts his arm out.
Oh, there's the context.
No, I've seen the context, but I like it when people just run with their bullshit. And I like to say, how come you didn't make no videos of Kamala or Biden? But this guy in office one day, and there's about 12 videos out about Elon. Well, Elon's not in office, but Trump. I'm like, everything's being criticized. Everything is under the microscope. Give the guy a damn chance. We gave Biden 4 years. We put up with his shit.
How did that work out?
Yeah.
So that's my thing, bro. Like, we got to give this guy a chance. He said he was going to do it. Let's see. It's only day one. So, but yeah.
Good stuff, Jaden. Like, thanks for sharing that information.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and all the Bakersfield thing. I mean, Biden's president right now, and Newsom's in office. So
Facts.
New scum. All good, my bro. Was that it?
Yeah, that's all I really want to tap in. Just
All good, bro. Thank you for
some stuff
tapping
out
in,
there.
man. Thank you for being a part of the show. We really appreciate you, bro. Peace. Okay, we're going to take about 2 more phone calls, bro. We're just kind of waiting for somebody that's...
Disagrees?
Yeah.
Which, Carlos,
Yeah.
by the way, I know you hung up on a sour note, but appreciate your call.
But you know what? I mean, let's point something out. Who colonized Mexico in this part of our country? The Spanish, the Spaniards,
Here we
the
go, right
Spanish
here.
Inquisition.
Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Zapata from the Payu area.
What's good, my brother? How you doing tonight, man? Thank you for calling in.
Good. Good. What up? No, I was just gonna say, like, what's Trump but another? I don't believe in any party. Two heads of the same snake to me. But what's Trump but another anti-indigenous, racist colonizer?
Well, I agree with you as far as the uniparty
He's saying he
situation.
agrees with the two heads to the same snake.
I agree with the two heads to two wings of the same
also,
two wings
like,
of the same bird. For establishment politics, yeah, I do believe that there is a uniparty.
But you said you're
And
saying
what a lot of people,
Go ahead, caller.
yeah, like a lot of people think that the real illegals, they arrived in 1492, and they want to call brown and indigenous people the aliens. So I call them illegal Aryans. And it's like they say, brown pride. The real brown pride is native pride. Is not to be like brown Uncle Tom in a sense. Like, to support an anti-indigenous colonialism is to be like brown Uncle Tom. You have to stand with the indigenous pueblo before anything. Like like the heroes in the past, like Zapata, Crazy Horse, Tecumseh, Tupac Amaru. Like, all throughout the continent, we got those kind of brown indigenous people that stood with the pueblo as opposed to the anti-indigenous colonialism. I think that's the question at the end of the day. Do you stand with the indigenous pueblo or the anti-indigenous race colonialism? That's all I wanted to say for now.
That's a question?
Yeah, I think Cortez has a lot. Conquistador Cortez has a lot to do with that too. The Spanish Inquisition came over here, anti-indigenous, turned everyone Catholic.
Anything, Rick?
Yeah, that's what I see in people like Trump, regardless of party. But Trump, especially, he doesn't realize he's not in Europe. He's in Abya native company.
so you don't. This is why I'm kind of quiet, because I'm a little, call me slow, but so you're in a world where this isn't the United States of America.
Yeah, like the colonizer doesn't respect the indigenous view or perspective, right? So
Okay.
I don't respect theirs. So I see it as native continent, Abya Yala, Turtle Island, the Manawa, many different native names. But I'd rather call it that as opposed to anti-indigenous, racist colonial name.
Yeah,
I don't have nothing to
Because I
say.
can see, because as men, I think we have to stand for what is completely just or right, and to support the anti-indigenous colonialism. I don't think that I couldn't see myself as a man to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go back 250 years plus and change
I guess because
things.
my logic is everyone
Yeah.
here
It's,
came from somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's all I wanted to say.
And like, even
1492, but
250
it
years ago.
continues today.
All good, caller. You know what? Did you feel the same way when Biden got sworn in?
Oh yeah, I don't believe in none of them. To me, they're just colonizer and monkey suits.
Okay.
Hey,
That was good, bro. Thank you, man, for that. Thank you for bringing some humor into this. But you know what, caller? I'm glad that you called and your voice was heard. If you want to finish off, go ahead. The floor is yours.
No, that's it. I'll give the next caller time.
All good, my brother. Thank you for
Thank
at least
you.
taking the time and being a part of the show. I appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you. You know what? You can call in and voice your opinion about everything. Honestly, we're open for it. Call it your name and where are you calling from?
Risky business.
Jay from South Texas.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Jay?
What's up, man? Chilling, just catching the live.
Oh, okay. Good, bro. Did you have a question, comment, or, you know, I like it when you call.
Yeah, I got 3 points I'm going to raise really quickly. First, I got a question for you guys. Whoever wants to answer it, one, or maybe just you, Tony.
Yeah.
But when you guys say close the border, what does that mean exactly?
Okay, for me, I'm just going to simplify it, is that when we say close the borders, most people think this. What? You don't want our Mexican people coming through? No, everybody goes through there and comes through Mexico to here. So when somebody says, whether it's Obama or whether it's Biden or Trump, that criminals, rapists, whatever, you know, these countries are sending people over here. So we're saying secure our borders and keep the citizens here safe. That's my simple answer. That's what I mean. Anything you guys care to add to that?
No, exactly what you said, actually. It's just stop illegal immigration. When we say, he asked for close the border, secure, which would either or. But yeah, that's the goal in my eyes.
So that's
We just have to vet the people coming through, and they can do it legally. And it's not just like Tony touched upon it. It's not just Mexicans. It's Chinese. It's people from the Middle East.
Oh, there's videos
you know,
all types coming through.
And some of it they're sending intentionally to destabilize us.
yes, yes.
And I'm
Terrorists,
really,
dare
and
I
what
say.
I don't understand is like, how do we define ourselves as a nation and claim our sovereignty if we don't have any kind of border? Or so we just keep it open and anyone can just come and float through and we're all just great humanitarians and
No, yeah,
so then
yeah.
like okay, so then if that's the case, then we're going to collect taxes from Mexico or collect taxes from Central America, Nicaragua, Venezuela, all those other countries, because everything's just going to be open and everybody's going to just love each other and be happy. I just don't
That's a pipe dream.
understand how that would work.
I just
why no
want
other
to
countries do it.
let you guys know that Donald Trump did say he is starting his external IRS.
Yes,
so
he did.
We are going to start collecting from those countries.
Okay.
Right, yeah, because
MAGA.
all the tariffs.
Okay, let's
they're
get
gonna
back to
collect all the
Jay.
money.
Let's get back to Jay. Hopefully that answered your first question.
Yeah, and I'll jump into that really quickly and to say that it's funny that question all you guys mentioned, and I guess it's the propaganda that maybe you guys are buying into as well, right? But notice how when I say close the border, the whole focus is on the Mexico border. You guys not once have touched on the northern border, which is wide open.
Well, to clarify, brother,
So
we
why
both
would you guys
said
say that if
we all said stop illegal immigration.
Right.
I never clarified which border.
I don't think I heard you guys say that either.
Okay, Norbert.
Yeah,
why,
no,
why
that's
don't you
what
move
I'm
to
saying.
Texas?
No, I don't think I
And-
heard you
and-
guys say Mexican border.
No, we
Oh,
didn't.
no.
I didn't hear you say that.
No, I mentioned Mexico, Nicaragua, Venezuela, China, Middle East.
I
named
gave
all
an
these.
example that everybody comes through the Mexican border, but when he says secure the border, that's everywhere.
And in regards to the northern border in Canada, I mean, there is things slipping through, but that border's trunk tight, and it's not even us doing it. It's the Canadians.
Yeah, Canadians are pretty ruthless on immigration.
Do you know that if you have a DUI, you can't get into Canada? They don't want you there.
Yeah.
They that's how tight they run their border. The Canadians, it's not even us that does it. It's the Canadian side.
Yeah.
I know somebody that's an artist, had a DUI. They couldn't get in to perform a show. They weren't allowed to get in because they had a DUI.
Wow.
That's how strict they are.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah. Second thing to add to that is it's funny when it's a close the border comment, right? And what's unfortunate is that because you have bad people, right, barring females or deleting them, then the whole, and I'm just speaking for my gente, right? My gente mexicana. Automatically it's like, well, if you close the borders, that wouldn't happen. But then, so what you're saying is let's close the military as well, because if we go back to 2019, the Vanessa Guillen case, you know, this is a Mexican American that was deleted on a military base, on an army base. So are you guys saying all military people are bad?
No, of course not.
No.
I mean,
I think you're kind of stretching the rubber band, brother.
It's being
We're saying
conflated a little bit.
Stop illegal immigration.
I'm pointing out facts.
Sure. We're saying stop illegal immigration. That doesn't mean all people coming over the border are bad. I'm sure there's a lot of good people that are willing to break the law, but we don't want the law broken at the border, because the problem is when the border laws are broken, bad people also come in.
Exactly.
And they kill people that are Americans. That's the problem. So wouldn't you rather vet everyone?
So we could differentiate who's good and bad, and then there's no bad rap.
Yeah, no one's saying don't let anyone come in. We're saying, hey, how about we stop all of them from coming in so we can find out who they are before they come in.
And let them come in legally.
And then they have nothing to worry about.
That's it.
Okay, and last, and I'll jump off. I believe I heard Tony say that, like if you're not a patriot of the country, like to kick rocks or something. But is that the same message you would give to Native Americans?
I never said that if you're a patriot. I mean, you're probably going to have to go back and rewind. I don't think I even used that word tonight.
You just talked about how you made you proud to be American.
Patriots, but you were alluding to that, right? To where it's like, if you're not like American, if you're not proud to be American, well then kick rocks. But you know, what message are you sending to the Native Americans then?
I'm not sending no message. I said that I was proud. Today I feel proud to be an American. That's pretty much what I said. I said so I'm talking about myself. That's pretty much what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant that I was proud to be. Let me ask you a question, Jay, because you live in Texas. Are you proud to be an American?
I'm proud to be a Mexican.
Okay.
Where were you born?
In Mexico.
Okay.
All good. Hey, Jay, thank you for calling in, bro. You always make it interesting.
There, right?
No, I was curious.
Jay, I already knew you weren't from here. I already knew you were from Mexico.
All good. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, I know that.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being a part of the show tonight. Okay, bye. I don't know what the hell happened.
It was a lag on that one. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and end it right there. We'll end it with Jay from South Texas. Oh, you guys cool to take one more?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's take one more. No. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Caesar from Fresno.
Caesar from Fresno, you're our last caller. Let's make it a good one, pal.
All right, let's make it a good one. All I want to say is our gente, our raza, needs to open up their eyes, educate themselves on some politics, because everybody's upset about the whole reform, right? People need to understand the difference between a reform and an amnesty. Our raza needs to be fighting for an amnesty, not a reform, not DACA, not that shit. So there's a difference. People need to look it up. The last president actually, I think it was the only president to pass amnesty was Reagan. And guess what? He was a Republican.
Yep.
So people need to, our raza needs to wake up, educate themselves, and, pretty much that. Wake up. So the Democrat. I'll put it simple. I don't like politics, but I'm older now, and I should have educated myself. So I'll put it simple. The Democrat Party, nomás les gusta estar dando a tole con el dedo.
Hey.
They just make promises. They don't take care of our people. Republicans, they're not going to help you, but they're not going to get in your way.
I like that.
So, with that being said, I did vote Trump, but I do support MAGA. Mexicans always get across.
Hey,
Dude, that was your comment I saw. That made me laugh.
All good.
So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I love the podcast. Keep it up. And, thank you guys for your guys' input, for your guys' knowledge that you guys put out.
Thank you,
I just had to say that. I don't think our people are woken up to what's really going on.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you for calling in and being a
That
part of
was
the show
great.
tonight, my bro.
That was great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Peace. Okay, let's go ahead and get this out of here. Honestly, Norbert, you care to chime in on that one? Anything?
well, I want to tell all you guys one thing.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I didn't vote for Trump.
Right.
And the reason I didn't vote for Trump
We can take these
because
off.
You're still lying.
everything he did didn't stick.
You mean
And-
everything that he did?
Didn't stick.
Didn't stick?
Can you
So,
elaborate?
America got a good reach around, but didn't get finished off.
Okay.
And I believe the same thing's going to happen with his next 4 years. He's going to bring some good things, but at the end, all we need is one Democrat to just break it all down and take it all away.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
but
So
the-
then you're saying it didn't stick because a Democrat didn't let it stick.
Exactly.
Oh, and then keep in mind, too, like I mentioned before, we were on the right trajectory. Then the China virus came in and just threw a monkey wrench in
Because it came
everything.
from China.
A novel.
Well, I mean, you guys will agree that border wall was a waste of money, right?
No.
No, I think the waste of money was always what we sent to Ukraine.
And
Yeah,
I
that's a waste
say
of
that
money.
because you guys literally saw the videos of everybody either climbing on top of it or going around it. Sometimes
That's
even
because it
going through
wasn't completed.
You should. You can look up the data right now of immigration up until 2020.
Yeah, but at
And
the
it
same
was
time, it was
Damn near halted. But yes, people are going to get over it.
Okay,
It's-
no, but I have to ask you, since you're asking us or telling us, what did Biden do that's going to stick?
What did Biden do that stuck?
Yeah, you're buying time. Answer the question.
Biden destroyed the culture.
Okay, at least say that then. You're not saying none of that and then go to Trump.
No, well,
Start with that.
I'm explaining why I didn't vote for Trump. You guys
Okay.
wanted to know from
You
a
said- you
perspective
said-
of somebody that didn't vote for Trump.
What do you mean? You said Biden destroyed the culture?
Yes, I mean society in itself. He destroyed
Oh.
society.
His work here is done.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did well.
Who knows? We still have the states to deal with, and the states still have power.
Yeah, which is the beauty of America.
Yeah. Well, and
United States of America.
it's good and bad in itself.
Well,
It's a
let's
per-
just
it's a
hope that
perfect
things
system.
get better.
Well, it's not the perfect system.
Okay,
It's
other than
closest.
that, Norbert, do we have any super chats that you want to read,
Yes,
please?
we do. Alrighty, let's read
Can I
these.
say
super
something about the system that we have real
Oh,
quick?
go right ahead.
Go ahead,
The
before he
United
reads.
States of America, you have to think the United States of America is an experiment. That's why people across the globe pay attention to our politics and we don't pay attention to anyone else's.
Right.
Because in like Europe's eyes, we're a giant experiment that kicked their ass in a war, right? Got our own sovereignty, became the United States of America, took on the biggest government at the time and won over a 3% tax on what? Tea? Without representation? 3%. Look at your tax right now that you get taxed if you live in Cali. And we're an experiment still, really, honestly. Like
Right.
we're just an experiment that's lasted 250 plus years. So keep that in mind when you see that this isn't a perfect system, quote unquote. It's working. It's still working out the kinks as it goes.
Okay, let's go to the super chat so
Okay.
we can get out of here.
All right. Well, I'll definitely counter that, but next time. Enrique Ledesma dropped. He said he became a member for the 18th month.
Thank you, my brother.
He says, great episode. Trump is definitely a showman and started 2025 with an unprecedented bang. These episodes with a panel format need to happen more often. Saludos from Escondido. May the money roll in.
Oh, good. Thank you, my bro.
Enrique Ledesma dropped $20. Well, $19.99, but I'm just rounding up. Question for Tony. You being a beneficiary of being an anchor baby, how can you be in favor of stopping birthright citizenship?
I told you why I voted for Trump for those 3 reasons, bro. Trump's not a perfect man, but you know what? I'd rather have him in office than evil Kamala or Biden, bro. So I told you I voted for secure border. I voted for the prices of inflation to go down, and I also voted for no war. Now, do I agree? And I want to say this, Norbert, and everybody watching. Do I agree with everything about Trump? No, I don't think I've ever agreed with everything that any president has ran for. Okay, but I did for the things that I did vote. I gave my voice on it. I shared what I said. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not for abortion, bro. According to the scriptures, that's murder.
Yeah.
Okay, so I stand on that. I believe it's wrong. So.
All right, and the second part
Common sense.
The second part would be to the whole panel. Are you concerned that the USA will occupy Mexico?
No.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
Tony?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, and Enrique Ledesma, thank you again. He dropped another $4.99, and he said, if you didn't get your hustle on when Biden was in office with the handouts, you're not ready to take off with the new policies that will come in.
That's
okay.
All right, and Jay Gonzalez just now dropped $10. Said, I would like to clarify. I meant to say if you have citizenship through birthright, now you won't lose it. But 30 days from now, new baby born from illegal parents won't be granted citizenship.
right.
Right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, Rick kind of clarified that.
Other-
no, the other person.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah.
think that's the guy. Yeah.
Other than that, I want to thank everybody who gave. I want to thank everybody who called in, everybody on the live chat, everybody who liked, comment, subscribed. I was a little disappointed in that a lot of you guys that talk a lot of mess, we give you guys an opportunity to call in, and you guys never do. I mean, I'm actually really surprised that you guys don't call in. We can have dialogue. We can talk. But you guys refuse to. That a woman had to call and say, I voted for Kamala, and here's why. Yeah, much love and respect to her.
Because those people are just trolling.
That's all
They're not trying to have a serious
keyboard
conversation.
warriors.
Yeah, they're finger banging Twinkies with their tongue, drinking Red Bulls.
It's like a studio gangster.
Yeah, they're finger bangers. Anyways, shout outs. Any last words?
I just want to acknowledge, like, I'm real, man. I mean, the whole border topic, it really plucks on the heartstrings of people. I think it's the emotion that drives a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then, then that's when the pivoting starts, going back in history to, colonization and Indians and
right.
And I can't control that. I mean, I can only control, or I can only have input on what's going on now, not what happened back then. Right. But I do. It comes from a place of, there's a lot of emotion. That's fine. But as far as shout outs, just as usual, wifey poo, my kids, my mom. I want to give a shout out to my boy E1, a.k.a. Lil Lou, a.k.a. Lulu Gremlin. And that's about it. Yep.
Oh, good. Just one last thing before I hand it over to Rick. Cynthia Reyes, once again, don't matter if you believe in abortion or not, unless you have a pussy, you shouldn't have say what women do with their bodies. Okay, so Cynthia Reyes,
called, right?
you subscribe.
Oh, no.
You subscribe to murder? So now I'm flipping that on you. You subscribe to murder. You're okay with murder. Okay, I'm not. Okay, you could do whatever you want with your body, but I will say this, that ultimately one day, whether you believe in God or not, you will have to give an account for yourself. And I believe what the scriptures say. So you know what? Murder's wrong. Murder's wrong, in my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your body. That's all on you, pal. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're not telling you what to do with your body. We're saying what you shouldn't do to the one inside your body. That's a whole separate body.
Nah, I mean, go ahead, bro.
Just shout out to my beautiful wife, my children. Love all 4 of you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids. I still love them all.
I have 4.
Congratulations, good sir.
Oh, good.
Tony, thank you for having me on. It was a great episode. Thank you guys for the ones that disagreed that called. I appreciate the dialogue a lot. I think more people should be willing to do it. Dialogue is a good thing.
Yes.
It helps ideas grow. It helps you grow as a person because you have to defend your ideas. A lot of you guys don't know how to, and we're not the best at it, but we're willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
Discourse.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Norbert. You got that?
All right, Chicano CT just dropped $5. Said, same, Tony, 100. I voted for Trump for the same reasons as well, but also to shut up my sister, LOL.
Nice.
All good. So
Family vengeance.
once again, I want to thank everybody on my team. I want to thank Norbies. He's been pardoned. So that means no podcast could ever talk about him. He's been pardoned.
Hey.
Okay, and he's protected by Papi Trump. Then I also want to thank the Hip Hop Jedi. I want to thank my son, B. Scanless. I want to thank Alex Cervantes Enterprise. I want to thank, once again, Forever Genesis, our moderator. And once again, her show is in Bakersfield. I'll be posting that on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my community, so you guys can go check her out. It's going to be our first show, once again, performing her new music. So you'll be the first to see it. The show's going to be sold out. Once again, Little Rob, Baby Bash, MC Magic. Go to MC Magic, I believe, concerts.com, but I'll post all the info tomorrow. Other than that, I want to announce that my team, Notre Dame, lost to Ohio State. They lost today. But you know what? At least there are no moral victories and losses, okay? But we still made it, so I'm cool.
I'm a Notre Dame fan as well. So is my dad. So, Dad, if you're watching this,
yeah. We're sorry.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Other than that, if I forgot to mention somebody, I'm sorry. But you know what? And this Friday, I'll be at the NAM. You'll be at the NAM as well.
Yep.
If you don't know what the NAM is, then anyways, but I'll be doing an interview there with the Beat Junkies. And then Friday, I have a Freaky Tales. I have Wapple from the Yodis coming in Friday for Freaky Tales. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on that. And other than that, much love and respect to you guys. You know what? Take care of yourselves and take care of your family. God bless you guys.
Thank
and we're
you,
out of
Tony.
here.
Thank you
Praise
for
God,
having
baby.
us.
You got it.